Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartnell with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Day for baseball here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, where the Grip and Rip Baseball League rolls into Week 5 of the 7-week regular season. The 10-week road to glory all culminates with the Howard Bell Trophy to be awarded in October. But first, a lot of baseball left to play, and today, Week 5, just by virtue of the matchups we've got today and just where we are in relation to the life of the Grip and Rip Baseball League, is going to be a turning point. I firmly believe teams who win today are going to posture themselves very well for the all-important stretch run into the playoffs and a chance to play for the Howard Bell Trophy, to celebrate with champagne and win a league championship. So coming up today at high noon, it's a rivalry renewed as the Ozark Mountain Ducks take on the Springfield Metropolitans. Kyle Carpenter and Cole Haselhorst, your starters for that one. At 3 o'clock, it's the Republic Locos. 3 wins against a single defeat, and it was a defeat they tasted for the first time just 7 days ago at the hands of the red-hot Branson Showmen. And speaking of the Showmen, they're on a 3-game winning streak, but they're putting it on the line tonight at 6 on Baseball Night in the Ozarks as the 3-1 Nixa Suckers tangle with the Purple People Eaters. It's a GRBL South Division rivalry game. That should be quite explosive, and it is my belief, fans, that the winner of that game is going to be in excellent position to go on and make a run at the title. Taking a look at the GRBL 2024 standings, it is the Republic Locos atop the North Division. 3 wins against a single defeat. They've scored 27, they've allowed 21. They've got victories over Springfield, Moon City, and Ozark. The Metropolitans are in the 2nd spot in the North. 1 win, which they got just a week ago. Against 3 defeats. And then the Moon City Mavericks in the cellar right now, the only winless team left in the Grip and Rip, 0-4. They have scored 15 runs and allowed 39. For the Mavericks, it's a different type of turning point today. This could be where it all turns around for Moon City, or this could be where the final wheel comes flying off the wagon. GRBL South Division is a lot choppier, as the Nixa Suckers in first place right now at 3-1, but the Branson Showmen are in second, also 3-1. It is Nixa's 9-0 victory over Branson in the very first week of the regular season that separates the teams right now, but tonight they play. So if Branson can beat the Suckers, then head-to-head goes out the window. Branson will take possession of first place in the South. Ozark Mountain Ducks right now still in the hunt. They are 2-2 with wins over Moon City and the Nixa Suckers. Absolutely swiped one last Sunday night. So a win today for the Mountain Ducks would improve them to 3-2, put them in the mix. You know, they can't take outright possession of first place today, but they can posture themselves to try to reach up and grab the South Division Championship and a first-round bye in the playoffs, but it's going to take a win for the Mets today. Not going to say must win, because every team in the GRBL makes the playoffs after all, but a victory for the Mountain Ducks if they hope to get favorable playoff seeding, whether that's going to be that first-round bye or just a home field advantage in the eliminators. They're going to need to beat Springfield today. Likewise, for the Springfield Mets, being 2 games back on the Locos, you know, they can't go up and make up 2 games today, but they can make up 1, and maybe with a little bit of help from the Moon City Mavericks later on, Metropolitans could start to crawl out of that 0-3 hole that they dug themselves in to start the year. Absolutely beautiful day for baseball here in Ozark, Missouri, site of Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, which has been hosting Grip and Rip Baseball League games since the inception in 2016. Right now 79 degrees and it feels like 83. That's going to be about the norm. We've got an afternoon high today of just 81 degrees, and we're going to hit it by 1 o'clock. So just an hour into this game, it will be the hottest experience that any players feel all day long. Relative humidity hanging right around 61%. Barometric pressure looking very good. Just more than 30 inches of mercury in the barometer. And it's going to hold there all day. That means there's absolutely no chance of rain in southwest Missouri for the duration. That means we are very well postured to get all 3 games of today's Sunday tripleheader into the books before it is all over. Conditions are going to hold even as it cools off tonight and the sun goes down. We're going to be still looking at 70 degrees around 9 p.m. when we wrap up that baseball night in the Ozarks game. Winds are going to be out of the east at 11 miles per hour throughout this one. That is blowing in from left field, so a little bit of an advantage for pitchers perhaps, at least in terms of a right-hander being able to crank one up and out of here. But this is a big baseball park, as we've noted many, many times before. If you're a fan of the Grip and Rip League, then I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but it is 400 feet straight away to dead center field. It is 375 feet to the gaps and 330 feet down the foul lines. And if you can manage to even hit the baseball that far, the park is also surrounded by a 16-foot outfield wall. So home runs do happen, but they are rare and they are very, very celebrated. So whenever we get a dinger, we tend to go a little bit nuts for it. Let's meet the starters, beginning with the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Again, coming into this thing at 2-2. Springfield Mets will lead off with their left fielder. That is number 4, Thomas Brand. Batting second is the red-hot rookie shortstop, Logan Rycraft. Batting third, acting as the manager today for the Mountain Ducks because Austin Kendrick is out with an illness. So the extra hitter and the player manager today is the Ducks franchise player from Rolla, Missouri, David Edwards. Batting in the third spot is the right fielder. That is Tyler Jones. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Clay Odell. In the 6th spot from Republic, Missouri, by way of Las Vegas, Nevada, is the center fielder Colton Simons. Batting 7th is the second baseman. He's also from Republic, Missouri now, but originally a Springfield guy. That's Brett Gallion. Batting 8th is the Marionville Comet. He will start at third base today. Hall of Famer Skylar Henson. Batting 9th and pitching, originally from St. Charles, Missouri, now calls Springfield home. That's the left-hander Kyle Carpenter. And batting 10th will be the catcher, originally from South Bend, Indiana, Hunter Knapp. So it's Brand, Rycraft, Edwards, Jones, Odell, Simons, Gallion, Henson, Carpenter, and Knapp. Springfield Metropolitans will lead off with their player-manager, the shortstop, from Wolf Lake, Illinois, Clay Murphy. Batting second from Springfield, Missouri, is the second baseman, Harrison Broadstreet. Batting third in center field today from Republic, Missouri, Harrison Waters. Batting fourth from Bolivar, Missouri, is the extra hitter, Zach Young. Batting fifth is the pitcher. He's originally from Woodstock, Georgia, but now calls Springfield, Missouri home. That is right-hander Cole Haselhorst. Batting sixth from Morrisville, Missouri, third baseman Mark Blem. Batting seventh is the left fielder, number 15, Ben Van Gorp. Batting eighth is the first baseman from Lewisburg, Missouri, number 14, Calvin Dreyer. Batting in the 9th spot is the right fielder from Missouri S&T, Grant Cundiff. And batting 10th and doing the catching today, he wears number 12. That is Glendale High School's Springfield, Missourian Robert Fackrell. So it's Murphy, Broadstreet, Waters, Young, Haselhorst, Blem, Van Gorp, Dreyer, Cundiff, and Fackrell today for the Springfield Metropolitans. We're going to step aside, bring you some last-minute pregame ceremonial matters, and our first pitch. It is right after this. You're watching Grip and Rip Baseball live and free all day long on our YouTube channel. Big thank you to our title sponsors, Henry's Towing. Remember, when you're on a jam on the side of the road, you got to let Henry do it. And the Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need to change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartnell with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
back in live to Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, the home of the Grip and Rip Baseball League since 2016 and the site of another GRBL Sunday triple-header. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger. My partner for this one, at least for a little while, is the GRBL's Director of Operations, Steve Lale. And Steve, as you like to say, it's a bit of a Chamber of Commerce kind of day here in Ozark, Missouri.
That is. And listening to you before the game, I think you could be a weatherman. You could work with Ron Hurst. I didn't know you were that meteorological.
Let me tell you, that's just some of my original training from being in radio at Lake of the Ozarks back in the day, where I was the news guy, the sports guy, the weather guy, the janitor, and occasionally head bottle washer.
You could work behind the green screen, couldn't you?
Got to learn to do a little bit of everything. So Cole Haselhorst, our starting pitcher today, #1 overall pick in the 2024 GRBL Draft, originally from Woodstock, Georgia, just northwest of Atlanta, but came to Springfield, Missouri to train to become a pilot, and indeed he did at Premier Flight Center at the Springfield Branson National Airport. He has since gone on to become a flight instructor. So far in 2024 on the baseball diamond, 8 innings, he has allowed 4 earned runs on 7 hits, struck out 8, walked 2, and hit a guy, so a 4.50 ERA. Tossed 3 perfect innings against the Republic Locos back on August 11th. So Haselhorst kind of settling in. He's been a catcher predominantly throughout his grip and rip career, but told Clay Murphy and the other 5 managers in the league that he wanted to pitch. It was Clay Murphy who pulled the trigger on Haselhorst in the draft and said, all right, let's see what you got.
Kind of an unusual combination, but it seems to be working.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Jason Mott back in the day for the St. Louis Cardinals. Was a guy who came up through the minor league system as a catcher and then was converted to a relief pitcher, and had a pretty decent big league career out of the whole thing. But
not a better example right there.
So Haselhorst, make no mistake, is going to do double duty, and so he will likely pitch 3 to 5 innings, depending on how the outing goes, and then give way. Of course, teams are going to have to change pitchers at least twice in this game, but the main reason I think that Clay Murphy drafted him, and he's not shy about telling Cole this, is he wanted Cole to catch him when he was pitching. So I
would too. If I was a manager, I'd want a guy I felt comfortable with back there.
So that's job 1 for Cole Haselhorst, and the rest is just details. So here he goes facing Thomas Brand, rookie out of Glendale High School, who did some time at State Fair Community College, 4 for 15 with a couple of RBIs. He has walked 3 times in his first 4 games.
Off to a pretty good start. There's a ground ball, third base.
A little oopsie swing. Mark Blem up with it for the Mets and fires across to Calvin Dreyer for the first out.
1-1. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That's efficiency. We'll see if Haselhorst can keep it going throughout the game. Logan Rycraft, the shortstop, bats next. Originally from Mount Vernon. 1 year at junior college, 3 years at Northwest Missouri State. He's sponsored by Mickey Owen Baseball.
Up in Maryville. Looked to be a little outside with that first pitch. Ball 1.
1-0. Umpires for this one, Brian Lozano behind the plate and Michael Gilbert in the field. There's a slider. Rycraft fired it, and man, Mark Blem going to work. He did indeed. Sort of a little fall-away catch there, but he hung on and got the second out.
Off to a great start.
It's going to bring up David Edwards. As we mentioned in the pregame, he is the acting manager of the Ozark Mountain Ducks today. Came up into the press box before the game, and he said, I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do. Is there anything I'm supposed to do to help you guys? I said, no, I think we're all set. Good day to go 1-0 as a manager. He said, sure.
Got his lineup turned in. See if he can't get a base hit here. That's a little bit outside.
It is. Well, David Edwards has certainly been a hitting machine throughout his time in this league out of James Madison University. 6 for 17 thus far.
He's got a pretty good commute every day, doesn't he?
He does, from Rolla,
right?
yes indeed. So works at Missouri S&T. He's a strength and conditioning coach, predominantly with the football team, but technically works for the entire athletic department. Yeah, he's a Florida native. Now calls Rolla, Missouri home. Chased a breaking pitch there from Haselhorst. Looked like a slider for strike 2. It's 1-2.
Head in the count. Probably see that again.
I'd think about it. See what Fackrell puts down for Haselhorst here. Yes, indeed.
Good inning.
That's why you're in the Hall of Fame,
Good
Steve
inning,
Lale.
great start.
Yes, indeed. A strikeout for Haselhorst. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless, just underway. Ozark Mountain Ducks and Springfield Metropolitans.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it.
And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out.
Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original.
With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Connection to the league, didn't he?
Yes, indeed.
I think he was telling me during tryouts.
Kyle Carpenter recruited Hunter Knapp, and wouldn't you know it, they are battery mates for the Ozark Mountain Ducks in this one. So yeah, Hunter Knapp from South Bend, Indiana, recruited into this league by none other than the fella on the mound, the big lefty Kyle Carpenter. So Kyle, for the season, 10 2/3 innings, he's given up 4 earned runs on 8 hits, struck out 10, walked 4, and plunked 2 batters. He also has a 2-1 win-loss record, so a 3.38 ERA for Carpenter. Last outing was very good against the Nixa Suckers on September 8th. He allowed 2 runs. They were both unearned, however, so 5 innings, no earned runs, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a hit batsman, and picked up the win. The Ozark Mountain Ducks defeated, they're the only team to defeat the Nixa Suckers so far in 2024.
Box score every night, wouldn't you? Take that line.
Yeah, that's not a bad line at all. And we've seen Kyle Carpenter now make 2 starts for Ozark, and he's been very good in those 2 starts. So I think that is going to be the way going forward for manager Austin Kendrick and his club. I don't know if if Carpenter's just one of those guys for whom does better mentally, or if it's his preparation ritual. I'm not sure what the deal is.
Getting his routine a little bit.
But very good when he is the starter, so that's the move as he fires one inside to Clay Murphy, ball 1.
Pretty good pitch, didn't miss by much inside.
So yeah, even when Carpenter misses the zone, he is around the zone. And that's kind of what has been the thing that gets him drafted on an annual basis. He throws a lot of strikes,
which goes a long way in the league.
Yes, it does. That'll get you far, kid. He's even 1-1 after a foul tip. Now comes with an off-speed pitch that Murphy sends way up there into left center field. Colton Simons, the center fielder, calls for it, makes the catch. Yeah, that easterly wind is going to knock balls like that out of the air all day.
If Harrison Water can get one up about that performance billboard, it might take off out there.
Here's Harrison Broadstreet with a very interesting custom-made Jumbotron video. Looks like he's in his shower taking a bite of soap. What on earth did I just watch? That is
I missed it. No, here we go.
So Harrison missed picture day. That was him ripping off his old Ducks jersey, and
made the transition.
Yeah, he couldn't come to the actual media day, so it looks like he recorded something in his shower. Foul ball, and it's 0-1 to the stand-up comic who lives on a school bus. Yes, really, both of those things are true. Harrison Broadstreet. He is one of the 7 players who has the league's single-season record for hits with 16. This is a fly ball to his old buddy Tyler Jones. Those guys used to be roommates, and that's another true story as he flies out to TJ.
Front of the bus, or they switch off and on?
They lived in a house, I believe. Harrison moved out
before he got
to get the bus. So here's the other Harrison. This is Waters, out of Republic, Missouri, walking up. He has been, speaking of the bus, he's been riding the struggle bus in 2024. 1-4-11. Uncharacteristically slow start for a guy who had 14 hits a season ago, had 16 the year prior. That's 16 hits, again, the league's single-season record. And there are 7 different players who have done it. Nobody can break through the glass ceiling and get 17.
I think he'll get on a streak here for long.
He's too good of a hitter to stay ice cold for 3 months. That's a fact, as Carpenter bounces one.
He's playing some stellar defense. I happened to catch one of his plays out in the outfield last week. Nice sliding catch in right center.
And that's, I don't think he's in any danger of being benched, certainly, but
might have a play.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. It's into foul territory. Henson over to get it. No, he will not. And that ball just two-hopped and then got over the fence into the grass. So Waters will stay in 2-1 as everybody resets. Yeah, Henson was really the only guy who would have an opportunity, but he very wisely did not tangle himself up in that chain link fence. It's not even to the bullpen yet. It's just sort of that grass hill that kids like to go play on sometimes.
Good thinking on his part.
2-1. They're going to set Waters up outside.
He's got a base hit right there, I believe.
Yes, indeed. Oh, no, he does not. A diving catch by Thomas Brand.
Nice play.
And as Steve Lale just indicated, yeah, that was robbery. And credit Brand, he got a jump on that ball, I think, before Waters hit it.
Looked like a hit till it wasn't, didn't it?
Well, we stay scoreless after 1 on a big diving catch by Thomas Brand. Back with more Ozark Mountain Ducks and Springfield Metropolitans after this.
I'm Cole Carpenter with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Cole Haselhorst back to work as the sun is coming out here in Ozark, Missouri. Fans are making their way out of the sun to the sunshades. It tends to be pretty popular in this park. Fans make for the awnings, so everybody crowds around up high in the shade. But actually, I see we got some signs. We got people in Mountain Ducks jerseys. It's
got a group here today.
Guys have a cheering section.
Perfect.
So Cole Haselhorst back to work after striking out David Edwards in the top of the first. He will face Tyler Jones, Clay Odell, and Colton Simons. Starts with TJ. Original 60s, been in the league since 2016 out of St. Louis, went to University City High School. He is playing well this season, 5 for 15, so .333, 2 runs batted in.
He's always been very consistent.
He is the league's all-time leader in RBIs, 36 all-time.
Grand Slam to his credit, too.
And he does have one granny. 2021 Mavericks. That was, statistically speaking, probably the best team we've ever seen in this league. 8 wins against a single defeat, and they won the championship that year. But yeah, TJ was a man on fire. He was 14 for 33 that year with a slam, also hit a couple of triples and a double. Batted in 11 runs. OBP was 500.
Dang.
He was hauling the mail.
He's pretty versatile. Plays a number of different positions. Plays some first base a little bit.
Well,
Seen a little bit everywhere.
He's always thought he's a second baseman, but yeah, they've his years when he was with the Locos, Chris Mesa liked to use him over at first. He's back to being a corner outfielder for the Ducks, but he was a center fielder early in his career. Looked at a slider ball 3.
Down low a little bit.
Yeah, 54 hits for his career, so just joined that elusive 50-hit club this season.
He's got to be in the top tier. There's a ground ball foul.
It's probably, not to pontificate here, but he's probably one of, I would say, 2 or 3 of the best players who are not in the Grip and Rip Hall of Fame at this point.
I agree.
But we'll wait and see what the voters do here in October. So full count, 3-2. Cole Haselhorst working against his former teammate Tyler Jones. Sent him a fastball, and Brian Lozano sends him to the dugout. That's back-to-back Ks now for Cole Haselhorst as he gets Tyler Jones.
Came inside.
Looking.
Pitch.
Well, here is Clay Odell. Old number 7 out of Ozark Christian College. Now resides in Republic, Missouri. Clay hitting well as anybody else on the Ducks. 4 for 9. 2 of his hits are triples. Batted in a run a week ago against the Suckers.
Number 7.
1 of 2 veterans of the United States Marine Corps on rosters this year. Chops one to the shortstop. 2-hop. Clay Murphy's going to have to hurry, and no, he will not get it there in time. And oh my goodness, Odell.
Got something going on?
Yes, he does, as he continued hobbling well past first base.
Yeah, looking a little better now.
Maybe he just needed to walk out. I don't know if that's a cramp or a Charlie horse or what that is, but yeah, something's not quite right. But Odell telling any help from the Mountain Ducks dugout to go have a seat. So of course, some of that is that Marine Corps toughness, I think, shining through. Whatever he's dealing with, he's going to play through it. So here's Colton Simons. Brought about a 60-person cheering section a week ago. The Repmo Baseball Club all came out to cheer for Coach Colton
they had a crew
on Sunday night. That was fun.
They had a big time, didn't they?
One of the loudest ovations I think I ever heard for a fly out to center field was a ball on a ball that Colton Simons happened to catch. There. Speaking of long fly balls, that is back.
Got a man on it.
Ben Van Gorp. Speaking of versatility, he's played a little bit of everything in his career, but playing left field today and hauled that in to make the out. So 2 down, 1 runner on, and the better is Brett Gallion. Gallion the Stallion, as Austin Kendrick calls him.
Glad to see him back in the league.
Indeed. 3 for 7 so far in the comeback year. Gallion out of Drury University. Well, got out of coaching, got into administration, and I think got talked into coming back out to play. Did the open workout prior to tryouts.
Call that.
Just as sort of like a last final test and tune, and he said, I can still do it. Instead of being sore for 1 day, now I'm sore for 2 or 3 days. But that's fine. We play 1 day a week. I'm going to make it.
He's an administrator. He can sit kick back in the office for a couple
exactly
days.
it. You've worked in education.
Call me if you got any issues.
1-1 for Brett Gallion.
Go down and hang out with the coaches in the training room. Nice. There's a base hit.
Yes, indeed. So Gallion stays hot, now hitting .500. Odell's going to woe up at second base, but that's a single in any league, that. Out into left field it went. And so now it's 2 Ducks on and 2 out for Skylar Henson. Out of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Did 1 year at North Arkansas College, then 3 years at Division I Pine Bluff. He's kind of off to a slow start with the bat in his hand this season, 1 for 12. Does have an RBI.
I remember his first couple of years, he was mainly pitcher only, but he's pretty much involved in infielding, gets a lot of playing time.
Indeed. Oh, and that ricocheted off the front of the mound. Henson will beat the throw.
Bases loaded.
And just as soon as you can say, oops, the Ducks have loaded him. And they are scoring that a hit.
I agree.
Came back, Haselhorst thought he had it. Looked like the ball just caught off the front lip of the pitcher's mound there. Took an odd bounce on him.
Wish he had his shin guards on here in a minute.
I think so. So the bases are chucked, and this is fun. Kyle Carpenter and Cole Haselhorst, 2 guys who are very good friends away from the stadium. Haselhorst fired a fastball.
Good recovery.
Yeah, he absolutely tried to up the velocity on his buddy Carpenter, and you can see the body language knows he did not make a good decision there in terms of command. But caught a favorable bounce. Fackrell got a hold of it, kept the runner Odell at place there at third. Still scoreless. 3 hits for the Ducks this inning. Bases loaded, 2 out for Kyle Carpenter. Watches 1 catch the outer half for strike 1.
3 hits, you think you'd have a run, but they started a little late. Ooh, thank you.
Well, they're manufacturing, playing small ball.
Nothing better.
Carpenter 2 for 6 for the campaign, trying to help his cause. That was inside, took a golf swing, and he's down 1-2.
Got some options here.
Might think about attacking back inside. Carpenter tends to like the away pitches more. Yeah, they went for the upper part of the zone, and nice job by Carpenter protecting it.
We'll see another pitch.
And it is to Kyle's advantage, just the longer this plate appearance goes. Down in the count 1-2. Pitch number 5 coming up here from Cole Haselhorst. Yes, he did. Go to the slider, and Haselhorst got a little bit interesting, but he punches out with his 3rd strikeout. So we stay scoreless. Ozark Mountain Ducks, Springfield Metropolitans all knotted up. We'll step aside, come right back to bring you the bottom of the 2nd.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Kyle Carpenter back out to the hill, maybe a little bit frustrated not to scratch a run across for the Ozark Mountain Ducks as he strikes out at the hands of Cole Haselhorst. But nonetheless, he's going to have to shift his thinking in a hurry. Kyle Carpenter out of St. Charles, Missouri. He went to St. Dominic High School. It is in O'Fallon. And he played 2 years at John Wood Community College. That is the other college in Quincy, Illinois, the one that's not Quincy University. So did his 2 years there with the John Wood Blazers. Made 10 appearances as a freshman, pitching 19 1/3 innings, giving up 32 hits there in 2016. 17 of his runs were earned, struck out 14, walked 18. So kind of a high ERA at 7.91 in his first year as a college ball player. So after he finished out in Quincy, the shift became academic. Ended up at Missouri State University to study business management. played on the club baseball team there, and found his way into the GRBL. Actually, Zach Ralph from Parkview High School here in Springfield, one of the guys who befriended Kyle and helped recruit him into the league back in 2021. So
perfect. Found a home in the GRBL.
Very interesting to start to think of Kyle Carpenter as a grizzled veteran now, because I remember him coming in as a fresh-faced kid and pitching very well as a rookie with Courtney Spitz's Nixa Suckers club, but now he is he's getting longer in the tooth, kind of being expected to contribute more. The expectation is he's a guy who's going to know the league. He's going to know hitters. Going to have to get rid of that "gosh darn, I'm just happy to be here" thing, and the level of competition rises. He's facing Zach Young out of Bolivar. Yes, indeed. He's nibbling a little bit on Young. He's a powerful hitter.
Outside corner and missed a couple times.
So Young hitting 400. He's 4 for 10. Speaking of comebacks, Zach had 10 hits for the Springfield Mets in 2022. Didn't play in 23. Back out here in 24. Really picking up where he left off. That 3-0 catches the zone for a strike.
Should get a pitch to hit here.
Indeed. That was a fastball. Kind of ran in on the hands, and Young just tapped it foul. As Carpenter gets it back, they got the Todd father over there coaching first base, Todd Tolbert.
Todd, there you go. He's had a lot of experience in the league.
Indeed.
He's had a lot of experience in everything.
In baseball in general, yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a 3-2 payoff to Zach Young. Carpenter kicks and delivers. It's an off-speeder. That's not a bad idea, because Young's timing clearly off, but he did spoil it, so we'll do it again. I like the 3-2 off-speed.
For sure. Feel comfortable throwing it. Makes a great pitch. Ethan Bryant hopped out of the dugout there. Helping out.
Another full count pitch coming here. That was a heater. Young pulled it foul.
Close.
That ball's going to carry him, so we're going to get a little pause. Thomas Brand throwing it to his father, Kurt.
That's the second father-son?
That's the third.
Third, okay.
It's the third to be on the same team. It's actually the fourth all-time. Josh and Ryan Cram played in separate eras, if you will. But yeah. Oh, Young sends this one way up in the air. Thomas Brand, the left fielder, will be the man to hop into foul territory and make that catch for the out. So yeah, Todd and Skylar Carter were the first to play together. That was in 2020. Did that with the Nixa Suckers. Then we had Levi and Dale Shelton, which would have been the Branson Showmen circa
Andy Galley.
I don't remember if that was 21 or 22. I think it was 21. That's right, because Andy Galley was on that team. And now we've got Kurt and Thomas Brand.
I'm thinking you could drop a bunt down the third baseline now and get to second base.
They are certainly playing Cole Haselhorst straight away and deep. Like Skylar Henson, the third baseman, shaded a step or two toward the foul line, but both the middle infielders are heels to the grass. 0-1 to Haselhorst. Well, not even heels to the grass. The whole foot is in the grass. I just wanted to say, this is about, speaking of the infield grass, man, this is about the best it has looked in a long time. You can tell Jeff Hunter and the crew here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex spent the week working hard.
They definitely do. They're always working on this place. You can't drive by here without seeing Jeff either on the outside doing something or making some changes on the inside.
It's just, there's a lot of attention to detail, and It is not missed. We
Ground
are
ball to third.
enjoying it. Henson, bobbled it to himself into the throwing hand.
Stayed on the bag over there.
Yeah.
Nice play all the way around.
Odell had a big stretch, but he hung on to the ball, and they get Haselhorst on the 5-3 putout.
He just needed to stretch that out a little bit anyway, wasn't he?
He needs to do some Sumatat yoga, I reckon. So here is Mark Blem out of Morrisville, Missouri, sponsored by the family business Blem Tool Company. He is on a cold streak. He was 8 for 32, so a 250 hitter for the Mets a season ago.
Another fly ball.
Yep, got way under that one. It's going to press Thomas Brand, the left fielder, into action again. He says, I got it, hauls it in and makes the catch. So
good 2 innings.
Yeah, got a little bit interesting there in the battle with Zach Young, but Kyle Carpenter made his way through it. It's 3 up, 3 down, and we stay scoreless. Back with more Mountain Ducks and Mets right after this.
Your local Hotsy dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine Hotsy parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Hotsy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Hotsy.
Cole Haselhorst back to work for the Springfield Metropolitans. Gave up 3 hits but came away unscathed last inning out. He's got 3 strikeouts. See what the kid from Woodstock, Georgia has. Mountain Ducks will go 10-1-2, so Hunter Knapp, Thomas Brand, and then Logan Rycraft scheduled to hit this inning. David Edwards will get another crack if any of his buddies manage to reach safely.
Been a well-played game so far, but it seems like over the years, after about game 3, everything starts to fill in place a little bit, and everybody gets a little bit more comfortable in where they're playing. And
this is 2 clubs. Both figured something out week 4, I think. You know, they both won their games a week ago. You know, for the Metropolitans, it was the first win of the season after an 0-3 start. So they've ironed out a few kinks. And, you know, Mets Mountain Ducks is always pretty good. You know, that's a rivalry that was just sort of came about naturally back in 2020 when we went to this format with what we call the town ball era.
Yeah.
Something about the you know, the Mountain Ducks, the feel-good team that harkens back to the days of yore, and the Metropolitans and their black jerseys. Just
I like it.
Yeah.
Little identity.
Kind of speaks to just some very simple storytelling. Hunter Knapp swings and misses at strike 1.
You can do a little more than grip and rip black and red, a little more
Yeah,
back behind
you know,
the scenes.
A little something to work with when the teams aren't just named for colors. Haselhorst went at Knapp with a fastball there, down and away. So Hunter Knapp from South Bend, Indiana, where he went to Riley High School. 28 years old, served in the U.S. Army, and was an NCO, attaining the rank of sergeant.
He's probably in a little better mood this Sunday than after the week before with Notre Dame.
I would say so, as he grounds that one over to Mark Blem, whose busy day continues. That is his second assist, but the third out he has had a hand in already. Here is Thomas Brand. Went to Glendale High School. All-district, all-conference selection, hit .400 as a senior. Predominantly a right fielder, but can pitch a little.
What year did he graduate? Did you say that earlier?
Oh gosh, that would have been... That was not long ago. Let me look that up and tell you.
They've had some pretty good teams the last several years.
Yeah, and he would... I know he's young enough to have played for Jim Julian.
Yep,
2019 would have been his graduation year. So he did not
Way
play
outside.
for, whoa.
Just a bit, wasn't it?
No kidding. That was the hit the bull mascot pitch, I think. Haselhorst is laughing at it. Thomas Brand laughing at it. I think the umpire, Brian Lozano, is having a chuckle as well.
Got away from him.
That's a strong 2-0 here. And that's outside. So Haselhorst is going to step back and think about it before he throws a 3-0.
Get realigned, recalculating.
Runs in with a fastball, and that walks Thomas Brand. So runner on for the Mountain Ducks with 1 out, facing Logan Rycraft. He's played professionally in the Pecos League for the Roswell Invaders. 20 for 86 in his professional season, hitting .233, but the OBP up at .374. Kind of tells a similar story here in the GRBL. 4 for 15 so far, but he's drawn a walk. He's been hit by a pitch. Got a couple runs
Over
batted
the first
in.
base?
Yeah, check throw.
I'd like to see that Roswell Invader cap, see what it looks like. See what they went with.
It's no, I think it's got an alien
That's
on it.
what I was thinking, but
Let's see what the internet has to say here, Steve. That is in the air into center field. Harrison Waters steps
All
over,
over.
makes the grab. 2 down, and it brings up David Edwards. So yeah, you got a little script letter R here with an alien head, and then the alt cap looks to be a UFO.
Let's have him bring one in.
See if he's still got one. You know, Pecos League, they may make you give your hat back at the end of the year.
Gotta turn it in.
Yeah, they run on a budget.
Get the trash bags out. It all goes in. We gotta have them next year. Get a little bigger lead. Maybe he'll take off here. Seems like it'd be a good opportunity.
Yeah, with 2 gone, might as well. Haselhorst to win it. Edwards with a heater, which he slapped foul.
This would be a good pitch to run on right here. Probably get something out of the zone.
Well, I would be careful with David Edwards if I'm the Mets. But what do I know? Kind of setting him up for the middle, and there's a...
Same thought.
Yeah, there's a... certainly not the most inspired check throw I've ever seen, but a check throw nonetheless. Nothing in 1. It's a fastball. They ran that in, and yes, yeah, he went around. So Edwards not loving that. Down 0-2 as he steps out.
Got it in on his hands that time. Well placed.
0-2 pitch. Nope, never mind. That was a check throw with some purpose, sending Thomas Brand back to first base. Just going with a very simple 3-step walk-off.
Get it and roll. Nope.
Oh, ran that in. Yes, it did. Looked like just kind of scraped across the rear end.
Tried to go back inside again and just left it in a little bit. Ran in on him.
So Edwards is on. Brand moves up into scoring position at second base, and they're both on for Tyler Jones. As I said earlier, the league's all-time leader in runs batted in. Has an opportunity right here, right now. Scoreless ball game in the 3rd inning. TJ struck out looking last time up on a full count.
Ducks need to take advantage here. Didn't they leave the bases loaded last inning? So
they did.
Got some opportunities missed. They'd have a tendency to catch up.
Well, as we know all too well, stranding too many runners is not a recipe for victory in this league, or in baseball in general, I should say.
2-0.
Well, Haselhorst being careful with Jones. I mean, you can't be too careful because you've got Odell and Simons waiting in the wings. Got to pitch to somebody. Ran a fastball over the plate. Strike one.
That's the pitch he called for strike 3 on him last time. I've seen that before.
Well, maybe you go off speed and then go back to that. Jones doesn't seem to want to swing at it. He's crowding in, and yeah, they attacked inside again. Yeah,
Deja vu all over again.
Will he go for another? Jones left the bat on the shoulder. It's 2-2.
Why not?
I'd be tempted here. That is skied into center field.
Harrison's camped.
Waters makes the catch, and the Metropolitans get out of the inning. The Mountain Ducks have stranded 3 men in scoring position. Thus far, a total of 5 stranded. Still scoreless. Metropolitans will have their chance to come to bat in the bottom of the 3rd right after this.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters: you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it.
And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out.
Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original.
With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Van Gorp, Calvin Dreyer, Grant Cundiff scheduled to come to the plate for the Springfield Metropolitans here in the bottom of the 3rd. Kyle Carpenter is back out to work for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. And no sign of any activity in either bullpen. Steve Lale leading me to believe Haselhorst and Carpenter may be going 3+ today.
I would see no reason. They're both throwing well.
So here is Ben Van Gorp. It'll be 7-8-9 for the Mets. Van Gorp, Dreyer, Cundiff. Carpenter starts BVG off.
Outside corner.
Caught it for strike 1.
Henson's up a little bit this time, about even with the bag.
Yeah, they're not going to let Van Gorp
try to go back the same pitch.
Something on speed here. So BVG is 1 for 8 with an RBI. Also has worn 1, so he's one of several Mets. Kind of got off to cold starts here in 2024, looking to get something going. Two-one pitch swung on. That is toward the gap in left center. Thomas Brand continues to have a day with the glove. That is now the 4th retirement in this one for Brand.
He's got several putouts, doesn't he?
Busy day for the left fielder with that easterly wind blowing in. It is to his advantage, so might as well put the glove to work. As here is Calvin Dreyer, City Utilities water line installer, among other vocations. Also coaches a little bit of baseball at his alma mater.
At the Bison.
Yep. And also runs some beef cattle because, you know.
Skyler makes a play, throw it across.
What do you do in your off time except work? Henson grounds, or Dreyer grounded to Henson, who threw over and across for the out.
A few at-bats on Sunday.
Might as well, man.
After he's already fed that morning, probably been up since about 4.
I was going to say, I don't know when Calvin Dreyer sleeps, but I'm sure it's wonderful sleep. Guy's got to be exhausted. So Grant Cundiff, sponsored by C&H Industrial Reman. He's from North Callaway High School up in Kingdom City.
Like Jeff City. Is that the nuclear plant up there?
So the nuclear Callaway 2 is, it's more like outside of Fulton, I think. Kingdom City is a little farther north off of I-70. Logan Rycraft in the hole.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Outstanding play there, both ends.
Well, he barehanded one a week ago on Sunday night. That was another spectacular job by Rycraft as he continues making a case for himself for Gold Glove Award discussion.
That was goal level play right there in both ends. First base made a nice play on his end too.
That was a tough out, and Logan Rycraft made it work. So we stay scoreless. It's another 1-2-3 for Mountain Ducks pitcher Kyle Carpenter. We will step aside and bring you inning number 4. But before that, you get to hear from the Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well.
I'm Nicole Cartmell with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sardi McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
I've been wrong before. It's a Henry's Towing pitching change for the Springfield Metropolitans. They go to the pen first, and they bring on right-hander Ben Van Gorp, BVG. Thus far in 2024, 9 innings of work. He's allowed 7 earned runs on 10 hits, struck out 6, walked 6, hit a guy, and thrown a wild pitch resulting in a run. That all computes out to a 7.00 ERA. Last outing for BVG was a good one, September 8th against Moon City. 3 scoreless innings, no hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. So BVG just going off the most recent sampling, perhaps getting into form here in September. So Van Gorp spent some of his early childhood in Belgium, the son of a couple of missionaries. Matter of fact, he just a couple days back texted me a photo of himself that he found. It was a team photo of the Belgian Little League All-Stars, and then he had a picture of himself in the Belgium uniform. I said, looks like a pretty imposing guy, and he said, well, yeah, but Team Saudi Arabia didn't think so, and bounced us out of a chance to go on to the Little League World Series. But yeah, pretty cool childhood memory. BVG spent, I believe it was about 12 years of his life there.
That's a good one.
And then family ended up coming back stateside, settling in Nixa, so he's a Nixa High School graduate here in just down the road, right here in southwest Missouri. Played his college baseball at Evangel.
He's kind of got a little Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson. He alternates, plays a little football, and then show up later that night for a ball game.
Yeah. He's actually played some semi-professional 8-man football for a while, back when the Queen City Insane Asylum was a thing.
Lunkers would be looking at him, won't they?
I would think he would have at least tried to get himself scouted. But he told me he wasn't actually he didn't play quarterback until he got to that level. Like in high school, he was a wide receiver. So kind of discovered quarterbacking, or at least convinced somebody to make him a quarterback later in life. He's 1-1 with Odell here.
Up a little bit, appeared to be. Nixa football's got it going on right now.
There's always somebody's always good here in this part of the country. Fastball swung on and missed. That's
2-2.
Van Gorp already, you can see, being deceptive with his delivery. I think Odell said something to the plate umpire, Brian Lozano. Not sure if that was a grievance with the throwing motion or what. Here comes a 2-2. Odell sat back on it.
Make a play there.
Quail Calvin Dreyer over the shoulder, and
Calvin
the
ran that one down.
Great glove work just continues for these two teams. So Dreyer gets Odell, and it will bring up Colton Simons.
Ducks have had some base runners, but they've been waiting until they've had 1 or 2 outs.
Well, they've stranded 5. Going to say final line on Cole Haselhorst ends up being 3 scoreless innings, gave up 3 hits, walked a guy, hit a guy, struck out 3.
Did well.
Colton Simons went to Shadow Ridge High School in Nevada. Family moved here to Missouri from Las Vegas. Found the GRBL on the internet and tried out without knowing anybody, but has quickly settled in. 3 hits in his first 4 games. Trickles 1, foul. Dreyer finally there to touch up.
He's going to have to take a little break with the catcher there. Walk that off.
So yeah, Colton Simons played some MSBL baseball, he told me, out in Nevada. And of course, you know, a lot of Las Vegas hosts a lot of different men's league tournaments and whatnot throughout all times of the year, with it being a tourist destination. So
he told me during the, I guess it was our pre-tryout workout, he was happy being in the Midwest.
That's kind of what he said. He likes where he and his family have settled.
Oh, he chased one away.
Yes, he did. So down on strikes he goes. But yeah, he and his wife Ashley live in Republic, and he's doing some coaching. Of course, he works in outside sales, so you know, a little bit of a people person, but yeah, they're really making a go of it here in Republic, and he's making a go of it with the Mountain Ducks. So Brett Gallion 1 for 1 on the day. So 4 for 8 in this comeback season. Van Gorp starts his former teammate off with a strike. Yeah, these guys played together back in 2019 for Austin Kendrick's Shockers. That would be the precursor to these Mountain Ducks. Fastball, he checked it. No, he did not go round.
Be a good trivia question for the day. All the nicknames for that group or the mascots.
Yeah, the 18, 19, all the sponsored teams. So
yeah, I can't even recall.
Well, and they changed a couple, you know. There was a little bit of changeover. But those were my first 2 years in the league. So the Shockers were consistent. They were a thing in both 18 and 19.
Working that outside corner. He's got
1 and 2.
Pretty good command today.
Fastball again. Gallion again checked it. Van Gorp walking off, and
our umpire at first says no.
Michael Gilbert did the right thing there. Was very early with the sign, even with a half-hearted appeal from the Mets. Sold the call brilliantly there. 2-2 with 2 outs, nobody on. Van Gorp winds and fires. Gallion lifts one in the air, right field. Grant Cundiff backpedals.
Camped.
Had to find that in that easterly wind a little bit, but he hauled it in and made the grab.
No problem.
3 up, 3 down for BVG and the Mets. It is still 0-0, headed to the bottom of the 4th. Got a good little barn burner going right here in Ozark, Missouri. Back with more right after this.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Lefty Kyle Carpenter back to work for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. So as we thought, Steve Lale, he is going to get the 3+ designation for the Ozark club today. That means any pitcher who comes on in relief as soon as Carpenter faces Robert Fackrell here will be limited to a maximum of 3 innings of work. So there is activity in the Ozark bullpen. King Owens and Anthony Musser, a couple of right-handers, have both gone out to just begin to get loose. So they are not quite in the warming up with purpose phase of the project just yet.
Starting the process down there, aren't they?
So both, Owens can warm up pretty quickly, but I think Musser is a little more deliberate and has a routine he likes to follow to the tee. Robert Fackrell
Is that gonna get down?
Puts one in the air to right. Yes, indeed, and the Mets have their
in.
first hit. Robert Fackrell breaks up what had been a perfecto for Kyle Carpenter up to now.
I was going to mention that, but I don't know if announcers can do that.
We're not supposed to. I don't know. Maybe I'm old-timey like that.
I was thinking about asking you about that, but I thought I better hold off until.
Well, now we can talk about it.
Now we can go.
The perfecto's gone. The no-hitter's gone. Still a scoreless ball game. I mean, we can say that for sure as we go back to the top of the order.
Now, see if this changes anything up here.
Yeah.
Getting the base runner, that changes things up.
Second time through, absolutely it does. Clay Murphy out of Wolf Lake, Illinois, steps in.
Over but low. From up here anyway.
So Murphy 8 for 16. One of the league's leaders in hits at this time and point, sharing it with Trey Turner from the Branson Showmen. 1-0 pitch.
Outside.
So yeah, 8 hits in 4 games. That's not bad. Also, Courtney Spitz from the Nixa Suckers in that discussion. He's got 8 hits.
He had a good. Was it last week? He had several hits.
2 weeks back, he had a 3 for 5 day with 3 RBIs.
Those will help you.
Now we got a loose ball that just went. That's the bullpen ball that made it all the way.
Pretty typical.
And it went right through the legs of the guy coaching third base for the Mets, Jerry Kelly.
Possible 2.
Up the middle.
One,
Gallion flips to Rycraft for 1. They get 2. The 4-6-3.
How about that?
That was a nice decision on the part of Gallion. Right? You might be a little bit tempted to go try to step on the bag and make the play yourself, but Rycraft was coming over, so Gallion fed him the ball. They make the 4-6-3.
Our bathroom scene again.
Harrison Broadstreet out of the shower and into the batter's box. 0 for 1. Flew out to right last time.
Strike.
Yes, he did. So Broadstreet went to Central High School in Springfield, and then Hannibal LaGrange College, finished out in 2014. Batted .296 in 93 college games.
A lot of ball games. Henson makes the play, throw it across, and he does.
Tell you what, been a big day for third baseman and left fielders, hasn't it?
It has. Well played.
They are working that left side, but we stay scoreless.
Nothing
after 4. Kyle Carpenter now with a 1-hitter going. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this.
I'm Cole Carpenter with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
Nothing is the score. Thinking something's got to give, right?
You would think.
So, Ozark Mountain Ducks have come closer anyway. They have stranded a total of 5 base runners. They have stranded 3 in scoring position in this one, but came up empty-handed. Hit battle right now is 3-1 in favor of the Ducks.
And no errors, either team. It's been a well-played game.
Now that you've said that, the circus is going to come to town, Steve.
No, I think it's going to be well-played throughout. I'm gonna stay on the good side.
All right. Speak it into existence.
No rainy clouds up here. I'm going to stay positive.
No.
Clean ball game here.
It'll be Hinson, Carpenter, and Knapp for the Mountain Ducks.
Hinson occasionally bunts.
Yes, he does, although they're sort of guarding the lines on him, and the fielders are at more or less standard depth for the turf out here. Everything
about straight away here, aren't they?
Everybody plays a few steps deeper on this surface because of the true hop and the speed it generates.
Way outside.
BVG maybe being a little bit aggressive with Skylar Hinson, trying to get him to chase, but Hinson's plate vision is pretty good as he's ahead 3-0. Van Gorp came at him with a get-me-over fastball for a called strike.
That he did.
Breaking
another
pitch.
Ground ball third.
Hinson sends it to Blem, who fires across in time. And with that, the batter is Carpenter, 0 for 1 today.
Edwards just had a little conference with Carpenter here before he came up.
Not sure if that was an I saw something or a hey, do something.
About mixing a base hit.
Carpenter's a capable hitter.
Definitely.
Chops this one up the middle. Going to be tough for Broadstreet.
Man.
Got it. Leaning. So Broadstreet gets that done to make the out. 2 infield grounders, 2 outs. And that'll bring up Hunter Knapp. One of 2 guys from Indiana on the Mountain Ducks, along with A.J. Musser, the pitcher. Knapp 3 for 10 as a rookie.
Ground ball to short.
Yes, indeed. Clay Murphy's going to get in on the fun of
there you go.
Infield assists by the Mets. That was real fast. Grounder to third, grounder to second, grounder to short, and the Ducks
making plays today, aren't they?
Go in order. We will head to the bottom of the 5th. Back right after this.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Workplace injury? You can't afford to be financially set back. In Missouri, all workers' compensation laws are found in Chapter 287 of the Missouri statutes. You need an attorney who knows these laws and has worked with them over the past 25 years to help injured workers. The call is free. The results are exceptional. We've won millions of dollars for our clients over the years. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Kids race. Looks like get the headset on there, Steve. There you go. That's fun. Calvin Dreyer, the Mets' first baseman, ushering one of his across home plate. And then a handoff.
One of our younger contestants.
Indeed. Well, let's say there's not an age minimum for the kids race, so occasionally we see toddlers running alongside the preteen speed demons. A lot of fun. Fifth inning.
Here we go.
Kind of, a kids race used to be scattered all over the place. You never knew when it was going to be, but I think it's found its home in the fifth inning. I think that's a good time for it. Kyle Carpenter back out for the Mountain Ducks. He's going to try to go one more.
Good tradition.
Carpenter.
It's gonna be annual now, more than once.
Every game, if you, I know like the Springfield Cardinals have the kids run the bases. That's usually Sunday afternoon after the game. So you have to go on Sunday, and you got to stay for the whole thing. But heck, GRBL, it's every game, and you only have to stay for the fifth. That's handy when you've got a toddler who maybe is not ready to handle 9 innings of ball. Although today, we've been zipping on right along. It's been nice. So this game just 60 minutes old, as a matter of fact, and we are in the bottom of the fifth.
As you can get.
And just as I said it, here comes,
A nice lined out the left field last at bat, wasn't it? Or was it? Yes.
Yes, he did. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
There you go. Oh.
Waters was thinking about
pulled off that
hitting one off the Jumbotron, I think. Instead, he's down 0-1. Lefty, lefty. Don't see this a lot in this league. Carpenter served up a grounder there on a little off speeder.
One down.
Bring up Zach Young. Zach Young went to Missouri State. He is from Bolivar, Missouri. 40 years old. But prior to playing in Grip and Rip, he and his family actually lived in Iowa for about 10 years, so played quite a bit of men's league baseball up in the Hawkeye State.
Field of Dreams.
Among
James
other
Earl
places,
Jones,
yeah.
James this week.
Yes. God rest his soul.
There you go. Tony took him up on it, didn't he? If you start it, they will come to the GRBL.
2016, yeah. And I know that was a big risk there initially. And then expanding the league in the second year, going from 60 players to 90 players. But
definitely.
I think 6 teams is kind of the sweet spot. You can get everything. You can get 3 games in a day. I think that's keeps the talent pool pretty good. I mean, there's always turnover year over year, but
a few new, and if you wrap it up.
1-2 pitch to Young. High. That was not a bad idea from Carpenter there. Take him upstairs on a 1-2. See what he does here with 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Out.
Yeah, they attack outside and miss. That looked like a 2-seam fastball, so we are full up 3-2. Zach Young has worked it full against Kyle Carpenter once more.
Inside.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Saw that he was waving out or go to first. So I was starting to come up with it for a second.
Very, very. That's the first free pass Kyle Carpenter has issued today. So that puts a runner on with one out, and the batter is Haselhorst.
Number 10, Cole Haselhorst.
Grounded to third last time. Carpenter from the belt.
Out.
So he's really not had to throw from the stretch very much today. We'll see how that affects his approach here against Haselhorst.
He's pretty much been stress-free, hasn't he?
It's, like I said, up to just now, he has faced the minimum. Gave up that Texas leaguer, and then
Double
guys
play.
promptly turned to double play, on the ensuing pitch. So it's basically one pitch from the stretch position.
3-0.
Yeah, Haselhorst smart to make him work here. Ahead 3-0. Carpenter looks over at Young. Two-seamer on the outer half for a swinging strike.
Took the hack.
That is Musser continuing to work in the Ozark bullpen. I have to feel like the idea is to bring him on in the 6th.
Got the areas again.
Yep, same thing. And yeah, Haselhorst, I could see the frustration on his face from up here.
He's been working that outside half really well today. Good time to run.
3-2 payoff pitch.
Nope.
Zach Young
Went
does
inside.
not
Ball
take
four.
off, and that is back-to-back walks for Kyle Carpenter and the Ozark Mountain Ducks. The Mets put a man into scoring position for the first time all day.
Got a mound visit.
Indeed. David Edwards, acting manager of the Mountain Ducks today. Look at Carpenter hiding the ball behind his back.
Gonna pull a Sparky Anderson, Captain Hook. Of course,
I'm
I'm dating myself here.
No. I think the kids still get who Captain Hook is. No, this has got to be a how you doing. Let's slow it down. Let's think about what we're gonna do with these runners. Zach Young, athletic guy, but realistically not a threat to go steal third base here. And they are going to they will run Dave Allen for Cole Haselhorst, so Dave Allen off the bench. He is speedy. That's an outfielder swapped in for a catcher.
I like that. Probably like another ground ball to shortstop right now.
That's what Ozark would like. Hit one right at Rycraft with some pace on it.
That was probably the conversation. Make a pitch and out of the inning.
Mark Blem trying to avoid that. Flew out to left field last time up. Mark Blem, sponsored by Blem Tool Company. Blem tools used in auto body shops all over the world.
Got to play behind at first base because he's not going to bunt. There he goes back, maybe. Oh.
Yeah. Odell taking the bunt away, sorta.
Blem has taken the bunt away.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't worry about that. And the runners went up. I thought that was a foul ball.
That's what I thought. What's going on here? Guess not.
Well, we'll go wild pitch on that instead.
I thought he fouled that.
That was strange. So second and third, big chance for the Mets now. One out, first base is unoccupied. Infielders
About
playing
halfway.
in.
Kinda. In, kinda not. See if they step up into it.
So Blem has stepped off. What is... 0-2. They just called a strike on Mark Blem. Oh, no, they didn't. That was the foul ball. This is weird. Or was it? How do you call a what? Okay. Nonetheless, 0-2. Swing and a miss, make it a strikeout. And that's a big strikeout for Kyle Carpenter because it just made this situation a little easier to deal with.
There you go. They can back him up now and get out of the inning.
So second and third with 2 out, and the batter is Van Gorp. Was that a passed ball, maybe? Instead of the ball hitting the bat, did it just hit Hunter Knapp's glove and ricochet?
I think a wild pitch. Ball was up.
That's what I
mean, it wasn't a...
Strange. I'll have to go talk things over with some of the guys in the other compartment here at the changeover. So 1-0 pitch to Van Gorp, who's got a big open stance. Lofts one. Back goes Gallion. Forward comes Jones, and it's going to be Gallion making the catch.
Carpenter there.
Metropolitans come away without a run. They stranded 2 in scoring position. Yeah, great outing for Kyle Carpenter. We will break down his 5 innings when we come back. 0-0 is the score. Mountain Ducks and Mets all knotted up, headed to the 6th.
Nice.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Ranceburger Steve Lale back with you live at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. Ozark Mountain Ducks and Springfield Metropolitans play on, tied 0-0. Final line on Kyle Carpenter today, Steve. 5 innings of work, allowing no runs. Surrendered just a single hit on a Texas leaguer to Robert Fackrell. Struck out 1 and walked 2.
Well, I don't know how the rest of this game's going to shake out, but if they happen to come out on the good side, he should be visiting with you after the game, I think.
Probably, yeah. He's got to be in contention for that for sure. And, you know, what's impressive, you know, just the 1 strikeout. Other than that, he was served up 4 fly balls to his left fielder, Thomas Brand, and then the infielders helped him out as well on that left side.
He did the annual. Work fast, throw strikes, make plays. Success.
Not too much more you can ask for there. So back to the top of the order go the Ducks here in the 6th. Thomas Brand, the leadoff hitter.
Foul that one up back.
Fouls 1. Brand 0 for 1 today with a walk. Looks like he hit it right into his own family's cheering section, I think, is what he was cringing at there. The Brand family with Kurt and now Thomas in the league and on the same team. They've been having a lot of fun supporting the Ducks on Sundays and on social media throughout the week.
I've been getting to see Kurt on a professional basis a couple times a week lately. They do a great job.
Is he working on you?
He's assigning some people to work on me.
Okay.
Taking care of me. I'm getting the GRBL treatment. It's good to know some people in the GRBL.
Kurt, I believe his job title is rehabilitation manager. But he's a physical therapist who supervises other physical therapists for Cox Health.
That's straight. He must have another one in that section.
Well, net does its job. So Ben Van Gorp is ahead of Thomas Brand 0-2. Check that. It's 2-2. So scoreboard is not correct. Gonna have to start watching. It's that time of day. Breaking pitch down on strikes he goes. It's a big strikeout there for BVG, his 2nd. So now he gets Rycraft, who has flown out twice. Sponsored by Mickey Owen Baseball.
Mickey Owen.
Originally from Mount Vernon, but now resides in Nixa, Missouri.
Probably played for Nick Swillem in Mount Vernon. Baseball coach
That
over there.
checks out.
Hitting.
Whoa.
Ducked it.
Yeah.
Almost hit his bat.
That was a curveball that didn't curve, and yeah, Rycraft just sort of bent at the waist there. Almost left the bat up to inadvertently cost him. So nonetheless, 1-0. Van Gorp will try to find the zone. Ran that one inside. You know, Logan, one of those guys, you know, there's enthusiastic rookies every year, Steve, but I think it's pretty hard to match the enthusiasm Logan Rycraft has shown.
He has. For
getting out here to play. You know, 27 years old, he'd been out of the game for a few years. Got married, working on his career. Actually still is involved in some baseball, working over at DBAT Nixa, giving some lessons. So perhaps looking to get into coaching at some time and point. But
is he over there with Ben Hammett?
He is. He and Dobby Sai Pizarro from the Suckers have an infielding clinic scheduled coming up in about a month. I was kidding with those guys. I said, why did you put, you know, it said ages 8 to 14. I said, hey, what's with this age limit? I'd like to come out and maybe learn a thing or two.
There you go.
He's worked it 2-2. The young rookie Rycraft against the crafty veteran BVG. Big, slow.
Oh,
curl up, and then he lets go of the spring. Got Rycraft to chase one. That's got to be frustrating as a hitter, right? When the pitcher just feels like he's winding up forever.
Yep. Man, he has a lot of that.
Well, that's kind of Van Gorp's thing, is he likes to walk on the edge of legality sometimes, but
I think FanDuel has an over-under. If somebody gets to second base today, how many times he will spin and face center field. I think it's 3 today, so that bet may not pay off. Nobody's on second.
No. They're keeping the runners off today. David Edwards watches one go by
He got
outside.
A little Satchel Paige's hesitation pitch. Louis Tiant.
David Edwards got hit by a pitch last time up. That was against Haselhorst. This is his first look at Van Gorp, and he swings and misses a fastball. As Van Gorp is attacking away on David Edwards.
Little Nomar adjusting those batting gloves there, back and forth. Gets back in.
And then, whoa, a quick pitch from Van Gorp. He threw it wild, though, so maybe you want to keep that one in the bag.
Now he's got to show it just so they know he's got it. You might see that again.
Well, and David Edwards likes to step out.
I was going to say, I would think I'd step out occasionally on Ben because he just likes to get it and throw it, which I would too. But
there's a breaking pitch. Edwards sends that up the middle. Murphy, no, he doesn't come up with the ball, so Edwards is going to be safe. And E6 is the way they score it. Pretty fair bit of scoring there on the part of Zach Still, I think.
I think so. I'd say Clay would think he could make that play.
With normal effort is the clause in the scoring guideline. So David Edwards is on for Tyler Jones. TJ 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout to the center fielder. So he's now 5 for 17 on the season. Looked at a strike there.
Inside half again.
So 2 down, 1 out. Nothing is the score. Top of the 6th.
And again. I'd like to see somebody try and get a stolen base and get somebody moving here, just for the heck of it. 2 outs, why not?
Edwards can do it. He's deceptively quick. And he knows a thing or two about timing. Heck, Brock Chaffin was weighing about 285 pounds the year he led the league in stolen bases. He said, it's not about raw speed, it's just about timing. Van Gorp ran one in to Jones. These are 2 guys who know each other very well. They have both been in the league since it was founded. They've been teammates, they've been adversaries, they've been a little of everything in between.
Kyle's been on several different teams in the league. Everybody kind of likes him on their team. One of those guys. Oh, that's in.
Here's a bouncer.
Is that ball 4? Yeah,
It is indeed. So once again, the Mountain Ducks put a runner into scoring position. Third time that's happened today. Here's Odell. He's 1 for 2. Infield single. Clay is now 5 for 11 for the campaign.
Out, way out.
Clay's done some coaching as well. So you notice him when runners are on. He always signals to the lead runner. Just really prides himself on doing a lot of the little things. Looked at a strike there, and at 40 years old, what he says is like, I can't always do the athletic things I used to do, but I can still be a smart player.
Still think through it.
Back into the batter's box for the 1-1. Van Gorp.
Up and out of play.
That had some up and down action to it. Didn't quite look like the curveball. Not sure what that was. Changeup maybe.
I think the Ducks would be wise to get a run now before the late innings with their shortstop.
With Clay Murphy waiting.
Yeah.
Big opportunity knocking here. It is now deuces wild for Clay Odell. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Van Gorp from up by the chin. Kicks and deals. That was a slider that is chopped. BVG off the mound, falling over backwards, and he got it to Dreyer in time.
Nice play.
The Metropolitans squirm their way out of trouble once again, and we stay scoreless. Middle of the 6th. Back with the bottom of the 6th frame right after this.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it.
And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out.
Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original.
With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Henry's towing pitching change for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Kyle Carpenter went as far as the rules allow him to go, but he will have to yield to a reliever. So the first of 2 Henry's towing pitching changes for the Mountain Ducks brings on right-hander Anthony Musser out of Southwest Baptist University. He's originally from Mishawaka, Indiana. That is near South Bend, where he went to Penn High School. College degree is in sports management from SBU. Played in 2022 with the Moon City Mavericks. Did not play in 2023 as he battled through a knee injury. But he's been effective in limited innings for the Mountain Ducks here in 2024. 2 1/3 innings of work. He has not conceded a run or a hit. Struck out 4, walked 1, and hit a batter. Seeing the Mountain Ducks going to trot Skylar Henson. Well, and Colton Simons is going out there with him. So I have to think that is Henson who's going to be getting ready, but Simons is a pitcher as well. And actually, Simons is going up. Well, I don't know. This may be a nice little game of catch. We'll wait and see who we think might be the guy. But for the Springfield Metropolitans, the immediate attention is on Anthony Musser. We saw him in his first year through kind of a sidearm to submarine. He has since changed the arm slot a little bit. He's throwing more of a 3/4 to I don't know what you call that, a high side, if you will.
Getting a little run on his ball, hopefully.
That's the whole goal. You know, Musser, he said he's got 4 strikeouts in 2 1/3, so not adverse to the K, but he can certainly serve up a few grounders and let the guys behind him do some work. So it'll be Calvin Dreyer, Grant Cundiff, and Rob Fackrell scheduled to bat. But as I say that, looks like Todd Tolbert is up with a bat in his hand, so this will probably see Tolbert pinch hit for Fackrell this inning. But more pressingly, Anthony Musser's got to contend with Calvin Dreyer.
Good start.
Fouls one off. Calvin now 1 for 12 after hitting .333 for the Showman a season ago. Won a championship as a member of the Metropolitans in 2022. It was very good for that Mets club, as a matter of fact. Hit .290.
He's pitched a little bit in the league, hasn't he? Or am I mistaken?
No, yeah, Calvin has been around since 2020.
Seems like he's pitched some.
Yeah, he's got a knuckleball.
There you go.
Pitched for Branson quite a bit for as a middle reliever for Cole Rourke's club. Musser runs one in. It's 2-1. So yeah, the way Calvin likes to tell it about his high school days, he said, well, I was a pretty good baseball player at a small school, so that meant I was a shortstop, a center fielder, and a pitcher.
Batted third?
Said, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's inside. Almost.
Ball just didn't break. Musser kind of fell off toward the first base side, but I think it exited his hand early, perhaps. 3-1.
Base hit.
Yes, indeed. It was a fastball taken the other
Nice
way.
job there, Calvin.
That's what Calvin Dreyer can
Nice
do.
approach there. Went the other way with it.
So that single into right puts him on for the rookie Grant Cundiff out of Missouri S&T. Sponsored by C&H Industrial Reman. He is now 3 for 8 on his rookie season. He's played a little bit at S&T, but ended up getting off the baseball team, staying there to study thermodynamics. Now works in engineering.
I was the exact opposite. I got on the baseball and got off the studies, but or just enough. But,
I was going to say, yeah, you had to be employable when you left the campus, right? It's a wild pitch.
We got
back
a possible
to the
play.
screen,
Nope.
and the throw offline. It was a favorable carom there for Hunter Knapp to get the ball quickly.
Looks like it might have an opportunity to get him there for a second.
Instead, Dreyer goes into scoring position on the wild pitch, so he represents a go-ahead in this 0-0 deadlock. Bottom of the 6th and nobody out, so opportunity making with the knocking for the Mets. Cundiff watches a strike go past.
Move him over and let Tolbert knock him in.
So yeah, you don't have to get it all right here.
Oh,
that is outside. Gets away from Knapp. Dreyer is going to stay put.
Well, the dual pin is coming back in.
Well, whatever Hinton and Simons did out there, it was enough. So Mountain Ducks have options. Should they need to, I guess. Musser fires home, and Cundiff again fouls one. That may be in the concession stand on the upper concourse.
Possibly so.
2-2. Muss, as his teammates call him.
Up.
Trying to power out, yeah. Eye level with Grant Cundiff. 3-2 payoff.
All 4.
Left it low and drew a walk. So a single, a wild pitch, a walk.
I think Tolbert to put it in play somewhere, I believe.
Well, so Todd Tolbert last weekend missed the Mets game. He was up in Iowa, actually at the Field of Dreams, playing in a tournament. And the way Todd described it, he says, you know, I'm pretty good at the 50-plus level when I'm playing against guys my age. But said the team he was on got second place overall.
Good. That's there's that outside corner.
Yes,
again.
Indeed. So, but Todd played a little bit of everything in that tournament, he said, including a start as a pitcher.
That'd be a good experience. That's up.
1-1 to the native of Fair Grove, Missouri.
I guess they still got the corn this time of year, wouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I understand, didn't you coach a young Todd Tolbert when the two of you were in Fair Grove, Missouri at the same time?
Many years ago. Basketballer.
Okay. Yeah, he had he told me a couple of Steve Lale stories, but nothing incriminating.
Probably embellished. Myself and Tim Leeper.
Okay.
Tim Leeper was the head baseball and basketball coach there.
So you were just you had to have just been getting started, right? Was that your first coaching job out of school?
That was actually my second.
Okay.
But I could have came out and played in the league back then, maybe, or attempted maybe.
Now a mound visit here. David Edwards out to talk to Anthony Musser after a wild pitch put both men into scoring position. Looks like they're going to stay with Musser for the moment.
I was going to take a picture of the line score here for a minute. You don't usually see this in the league too often.
Not in the GRBL.
We ever had a 1-0 game that you could recall?
Oh man, I remember some 2-1s. I don't think I can remember a 1-0.
Doesn't look like you're going to see one here.
No, Mets are salivating. Yep. First base unoccupied. 2-2 the count. Tolbert swings and lifts one, but that is foul. I don't know why there were that many kids over on the grassy hill over there, but they're in the prime time spot to get a 50-cent foul ball. Thanks, Bank of Missouri.
Perfect.
2-2 once more for Tolbert. This will be pitch number 6 of the plate appearance.
Out, nice backhand stab there.
Yeah, Knapp had to stab it. That keeps
nice play.
That 0-0 score on the board.
That was not easy.
3-2.
A walk here wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
No, but I think that might get David Edwards back out of the dugout, and
that might not be the worst thing in the world.
Probably spell the end for Musser if Tolbert gets on. Instead, he pulls one. That is launched, but that is well foul. That's going to get out of the stadium into the parking lot. Tolbert's got a powerful set of hands.
That might have been ball 4 in, but I wouldn't take one at that stage of the game.
No, Todd is too smart, I think, to leave it in the umpire's hands.
Exactly. Got guys on. It's close. Get hacking.
So we'll do a 3-2 again, the 8th pitch of the appearance. As Musser comes set from up by his chin.
Hit him.
Ran it in, and Tolbert gets the free pass.
Almost hit him. Close.
Back-to-back walks. And interestingly enough, David Edwards, the Mountain Ducks acting manager, stays put. So bases are loaded, does set up the force.
Good guy to have at the plate.
And Clay Murphy batting for the Mets. He is the team's leader in hits. 0 for 2 today. 8 for 17 for the season. Fastball swung on and blooped to the shortstop. Logan Rycraft squeezes it for the out.
Big out right there.
That's the first one. Mountain Ducks need to get 2 more. But Musser forcing Clay Murphy to miss is certainly a big one. It's going to bring up Harrison Broadstreet.
Drop the infield back, going for 2 now.
Double play would get the Ducks out of the inning.
Broadstreet runs pretty well. So
yes, he does.
It'd be hard to accomplish, probably.
This is chopped. That is down the left field line. Fair ball.
That might get
it's
3.
At least
Comes
1. Make
did.
it 2-0 for the Mets. A 2 RBI base hit.
There you go. Nice at bat.
Harrison Broadstreet out of the slump, out of the shower, as the video shows. And the Metropolitans lead this thing 2-0. Well, I think Broadstreet sat back and watched that Todd Tolbert at bat. Really got a feel for Musser's timing. Harrison Waters is up here, and the Mountain Ducks not out of the woods by a long shot.
They said here it would
really blast this thing open.
It would, consider the score of the game and how runs have been hard to come by.
So 2 on with 1 out, and Broadstreet looked at a call to strike. Also begs the question, if the Metropolitans take a big lead.
Man, he turned on that one in
yes,
the dugout.
He did. I know that cleared the dugout. That's in the 4th row.
Over the top?
Yep.
Yeah,
good thing nobody was sitting there. So this does beg a little bit of a question. If the Mets maybe tack on another run or 2 here before the inning is over, do they go
back out?
Do they go to Clay Murphy in the 7th? Do they stick with Van Gorp?
How about they bring Ben back out? I'm thinking Harrison will move the ball here, so they should get another run.
0-2 pitch outside. Not a bad idea there. Try to get him to chase. Waters 0-for-2 today. Reaches out and sends this one up the middle. Gallion charging. His only play is at first, and they make it. So speak it into existence there, Steve. It's a 4-3 with a run coming in. It's 3-0 Metropolitans.
Now batting the Springfield Mets, number 11, Zach Young.
It's going to create runner on 3rd, 2 out for Zach Young. Young walked his last time. That was against Kyle Carpenter, so this is his first look at Anthony Musser.
Down, nice, kept it in front. The Ducks are thinking back at those missed opportunities now. These guys took advantage of that situation.
Stranding 5 in scoring position and coming away empty-handed. Yeah. Mets broke through, so they lead 3-0. Zach Young trying to add 1 more. Watched a slider go by for a ball.
2-0. Out, 3-0. Another nice play. Saved a couple here.
Yeah, Hunter Knapp working hard. Kind of hard to believe his original plan was to try out as a corner infielder, and then kind of word got around that the GRBL needed a catcher if you really want to assert yourself a roster spot.
You move up the couple rounds in the draft, maybe.
Yeah, no, so not only did Hunter Knapp say, yeah, I'm willing to do that, but became Ozark's starting catcher through the draft. There's a walk to Zach Young. He's drawn a couple of those today.
Yeah, he was looking for gear after the first
one. Yes, he was.
I don't know if he had some you shipped in or something.
Kind of a quick scramble, but got himself outfitted. And it looks like a stormtrooper back there, one of those guys in the all-white gear. Or at least it started out all white. So David Edwards is going to go get Anthony Musser. It's a Henry's towing pitching change, and that's what I thought. Colton Simons is going to come on to try to finish this inning. So I think too many free passes is what spells the end for Anthony Musser. Colton Simons will be called on to try to finish out this bottom of the 6th. So Colton, again from Las Vegas, but now calls Republic, Missouri his home. He has pitched 2 2/3 innings in the Grip and Rip League, allowing 1 earned run on 5 hits, struck out 3, and got a save.
Needs to keep it right here, I think. Give himself a chance.
Got to give his team the opportunity. Mountain Ducks have the second half of the order coming up in the stretch inning. Coming up later today at 3 o'clock, it'll be the Republic Locos at the Moon City Mavericks. Republic 3-1, City 0-4, but that's a North Division game as well, so playoff stakes all the bit higher there. 6 o'clock, we've got a good one coming up on baseball night in the Ozarks. It's the Nixa Suckers, the Branson Showmen, both of those teams 3-1. Suckers stubbed their toes a week ago against the Mountain Ducks. Showmen ride in on a 3-game winning streak. Second meeting of the season between those teams. Nixa won at 9-0 in the season opener. I will note that was Showmen were without Trey Turner for that one. So Turner has since come on to get 8 hits through 3 GRBL games, and he's also picked up a couple of, he's pitched 2 shutout innings thus far.
Played a good third base as well.
Well, what was interesting about him is, he came up at Neosho. He was an outfielder and was even an outfielder at Crowder College. But when he came out here in the Grip and Rip, he said, I don't want to do all that running, and I don't want to make those long throws anymore. Let me try to be an infielder.
There you go.
And he's just athletic enough to do it. So here's Colton Simons. He will have to face Cole Haselhorst.
Mavericks have been close in a couple ball games. In fact, Clay shut that down last week.
Yes, indeed.
A good ball game.
A 1-run ball game, which the Mets ended up winning 3-2 to taste victory for the first time this season.
There's a stolen base attempt. Foul ball. Hold him up there.
Young took off and slid. And then Brett Gallion said, yeah, go back.
By the way.
Well, I think, Zach, not a small man, so I think, once he took off, he was pretty well committed to running and sliding into second.
Had it going downhill, didn't he?
0-1 to Haselhorst. Simons comes set from the belt.
Up.
It looked like he's trying to change up there. Maybe it just came out of his hand early. Or maybe he meant to do that. I don't know. I don't know enough about the art of the changeup to tell you. 1-1 is chopped.
Down the line. Brands on it. Well, got a chance to get out here now.
If the Mountain Ducks can limit the damage to 3, they're going to have to try for a big inning of their own, no doubt. But 3 is most certainly within reach. 1-2 pitch. Haselhorst puts it in the air to center field. Oh, Brand fell over trying to get a jump on it, and he's not going to get there. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Young will score. Haselhorst rounds second and hits for third. He will slide past the stand-up sign. He got the "you're up" sign, and he slid anyway. Nonetheless, it is 4-0. As Young scores. And yeah, Thomas Brand, the Mountain Ducks center fielder, kind of kicking himself.
It's a bad feeling as an outfielder when you get that one like that.
Well, his first couple of steps were in, and then he realized that's not it. So then he turned and then,
lost his footing.
Lost footing trying to pivot. I don't know that would have made the difference between hit or no hit, but it might have made the difference between run, no run.
I think you're right.
A little bit of over-analysis there, perhaps, but it is now 5-0. I stand corrected. Yeah, that was first and third, and Haselhorst cleared them. They've got Winkler running for Haselhorst. Dalton Winkler, that is. And the batter is Blem.
Ooh.
I was so busy watching Zach Young run first to home, and I forgot about the runner over there at third. Tolbert. 0-2 to Blem is fouled off.
Back. Well, 0-2 again, or 1-2, or 0-2. Chance to get out.
Simons back to the full wind with.
Hit him.
Yeah, he did hit him in the back. So the big one, most certainly happening for the Mets. They have scored 5, and this is Ben Van Gorp.
I don't think we're going to see Clay at the top again. I don't think.
Well, that remains to be seen, but I'd probably think about sending BVG back out there. He's the 10th batter of this inning for the Metropolitans, who now have first and third. Still 2 outs. Trying to pad what is now a 5-run lead. Runner takes off.
Let him go and keep the runner at third.
Yeah, smart play. Don't have to like it, but I think the right thing to do by Knapp. Simons comes back with an 0-1 breaking ball inside. Bottom half of the order will need to get something going for Ozark in the 7th. Van Gorp lifts one into right. Late break from Ernie Perkins, and he's not going to get there. Ball is loose, and Gallion is back to get it. 2 more come across. It is now 7-0 Metropolitans. Van Gorp will get a couple of RBIs. As he dropped it down in front of the right fielder, Ernie Perkins.
Ooh, that 7 spot will get you every time.
Got Dave Allen. This is a pinch hitter, as the Metropolitans have batted around, but still in the 6th.
Umpires were lining up to come call games out here, saying this is easy money, in and out and gone. Now they're kind of thinking about it again.
Well, this happens in grip and rip, right? There's always
that is true.
There's always the big inning. Metropolitans are having their big inning.
That should be out of the inning there.
Dave Allen pops one, the old home run in the elevator shaft,
there
but
you go.
Colton Simons hangs on and makes the catch. So 11 batters that inning for the Mets. They score 7 to break the deadlock. It is 7-0. Ozark Mountain Ducks will look to respond when we come back.
I'm Cole Carpenter with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sardi McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Metropolitans scored a touchdown and kicked the extra point. They leave 7-0 over their rivals, the Ozark Mountain Ducks. One of their rivals, Mets and Republic Locos, to be fair, have a pretty good rivalry. And there's, of course, the Queen City rivalry between the Mets and the Mavericks. Well, you win back-to-back championships, about everybody you play is going to be your biggest rival.
Definitely.
So the Metropolitans, a little bit of a managerial decision. They're sticking with Ben Van Gorp, and then, for whatever reason, decided to throw an infield ball into center field there during warm-ups.
Had consecutive balls out there. If they get that straightened out, they should be in good shape.
It's, perhaps an omen. Mets manager Clay Murphy may be wondering what he's just done here. So they're sticking with Ben Van Gorp. He has got the 3+ designation. That means any pitcher who comes on for the Mets after this will be limited to a max of 3. That would only come into play for extras at this point.
Ducks need to get a couple, maybe.
Yeah, you don't have to get all 7 back, but scoring a couple here would do wonders to improve your opportunity. It'll be Colton Simons, Brett Gallion, Skylar Henson, although I do see, looks like we're going to see pinch hitters as King Owens is up with a helmet on. So first things first, Colton Simons 0 for 2 today.
That's
Lifts
get
one.
Out, I think.
Yes, it is. That easterly breeze blowing a lot of baseballs onto the fans on the first base side. So blowing in from left field about 11 miles per hour today. Don't see a lot of easterly winds here in Missouri, but
that's going to catch that outside half.
Today's the day for it. All right, that air out of the Gulf, if you will.
Is that remnants of the hurricane?
I think it is. Or the
Francine? What was that?
The tropical. Well, yeah, Francine was not a hurricane for too long. 3-2. Van Gorp coils up like a spring and brings it home.
Got him.
Got him looking. Colt not liking it. Mets fans loving it.
I will say he's called that outside half all day.
Well, and if an umpire's going to be consistent, you've got to make that adjustment. Gallion is 1 for 2. Ozark Mountain Ducks second baseman from Parkview in Springfield. 4 for 9. Slow trickler.
Might be trouble.
To the second baseman, a 1-hop, and yeah, Broadstreet did not put it into the glove of Calvin Dreyer, which means Gallion is safe. They scored that a hit. I'll be dipped. Gonna go check and see if Zach Still, the official scorer, is secretly Harrison Broadstreet's dad.
Once that got under the glove of Van Gorp, it was going to be a tough one, I think.
I see. The old normal effort call. Hey,
pitchers aren't supposed to catch it, but oh, there you go.
And then a wild pitch will allow Gallion to motor up.
Gallion still runs really well.
Talks a little trash to Harrison Broadstreet there. So King Owens is the batter. Pinch hitting for Henson.
That should be an out.
That is lofted to the second baseman Broadstreet, who hangs on.
Caught that one like the last out of a World Series, didn't he?
Well, he
waiting for the
what got me. What got me was how quickly he looked over at the runner Gallion. Thought certainly you don't think.
No.
So here is Ernie Perkins, the rookie out of Princeville, Illinois. It's from outside of Peoria, and he's ducks out of the way of a wild one, and Gallion moves up again.
Peoria. Never heard of Princeville.
Well, it's a small place, my understanding. The mascot is the Princes, but small high school has about 180 kids in it. So Ernie Perkins, 2 for 6. Usually has been coming off the bench for the Mountain Ducks. Found out Ernie was also pretty involved in musical theater as a younger man in high school. So not only can he play a little bit right field, but he can be your leading man.
I like that.
Looks at a steer right there.
The music man.
Sing, dance, and get the girl, am I right?
Yep. Good thespian.
Van Gorp threw him a slider on the outer half. It is 2-2.
Outside?
Fastball outside. Yeah, he's calling the outer half, but not that out.
That was the extremely outer half.
That was rather out there.
Left-hand batting box line, but...
So 3-2 payoff coming up here. Let's see if they go out again. They do. And he bounced it.
Blocked it.
And Perkins walks. So first and third. Nice job by Ernie Perkins there. I'm sure he would have loved to have hit, but getting on base will extend the inning for the Mountain Ducks. 2 outs.
Ooh, Kurt.
Runners on the corners, and it's Kurt Brand. The suit. The rehabilitation manager at...
What's going on here?
Let's say, are they just making sure to properly enter the pinch hitter? I'm not sure what that is. It's Kurt Brand on the campaign, 2 for 6. Got a strong set of hands. If he gets a hold of one, it's going. Well, I say that, and he trickles one back to the pitcher. Oh, and Brand, something may be up there. Ended up on his face. Van Gorp makes the throw over for the out. So that will end the inning for the Mountain Ducks. They remain goose eggs on the board. Metropolitans lead this thing 7-0 after the big one comes in the 6th. It is the Sumit's Hot Yoga 7th inning stretch. At Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it.
And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out.
Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original.
With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy? I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga. You do yoga? Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Ozark trailing 7-0 is going to stick with Colton Simons. Looks like he's going to face Grant Cundiff in the 9 spot, and then a pinch hitter, Landon Wright, the lefty, up with the helmet on. So we'll see Landon Wright, and then Clay Murphy scheduled to bat after that. Again, coming up today at 3. It is the Republic Locos and the Moon City Mavericks tonight at 6 on Baseball Night in the Ozarks, the Nixa Suckers and the Branson Showmen. Both of those games are divisional games, so playoff implications hanging in the balance. It is never too early to start talking about the playoff picture here in the GRBL. At present, the Republic Locos and the Nixa Suckers are the divisional leaders, and so if, heaven forbid, the season ended right now, it would be the Suckers and the Locos getting first-round byes in the playoffs, and the other 4 teams would head to the Eliminators.
But you always have a chance to get hot, so that's always a chance.
Got to hit the peak at the right time. Here is Grant Cundiff. Watched that one go past for a strike.
Look at the scoreboard out there. That 7 just seems, it's 4 hits, 5 hits, 1 error, no errors, and then the big 7 just jumps out at you.
Yep. It's just that kind of capitalization has occurred for the Mets.
There. Floated that over. 0-2.
Quickly say thank you to C&H Industrial Reman, sponsoring Grant Cundiff. Like to get a hit here. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. In the hole 0-2, they're pitching him up, I think, and out. I like the call going upstairs there, 0-2. Simons just kind of overthrew it and missed outside. They come back in, and Grant fouls it off.
I think up 7-0, just come after him at this stage.
Just trying to take a look. I'll do that after this pitch. It is a 1-2.
Ground ball.
This is chopped right side. Brett Gallion is going to hang on and get it to Odell in time. So batter is Landon Wright from Fair Play.
Fair Play Hornets.
Yep, Landon Wright played some baseball, ran some track, did some serious FFA for the Fair Play Hornets. Raises beef cattle.
Farmhand, green hand. Future farmers work and toil to feed a nation from the soil.
Wow, you sound like you've got some FFA experience there, Steve.
I have. Saw the signs on the side of the road.
I was going to say, I notice you're not running a cattle operation yourself.
Stay with it.
Yeah, Gallion's going to have to stay on that. And
got him.
Wow.
Nice play.
Yet another nice piece by Brett Gallion.
He's going to sign up for next year, so this is fun.
I would think he's got to be having a grand old time.
Give him a 2-year contract.
So it is the top of the order, but it is a pinch hitter for Murphy. This is Jerry Kelly. It's Jerry Kelly, the correctional officer for the United States Federal Bureau of Prisons, formerly a sergeant in the U.S. Army before he went to work at the Federal Medical Center for Prisoners in Springfield. Is that a...
He's got some stories.
Yeah, I think he did. Well, you know, Jerry was in the Army for, oh gosh, it was like 16 plus years. He served for a long time, made a career out of that.
Yeah.
But he and this family live in Aldrich, Missouri, in Polk County.
Yep.
So
by Stockton Lake.
Does some youth coaching in Bolivar. And then, yeah, makes the commute to Springfield to go to work. Swung on and missed there. Of course, his brother-in-law, Mark Blem.
Did not know that.
Yeah, so Jerry's sister, Brandy, is Brandy Blem of Mark and Brandy Blem fame. So, yeah, Mark helped recruit Jerry out here back in 2020. Spent a couple of years with Moon City, and then he's been with the Mets for the last 2.
Hey, did I hear you say that Blem's daughter's going to college in Illinois, Lincoln Land?
Yes.
I'm a Lincoln Land logger.
Well,
I got to ask him about that.
Today I learned, yeah, Springfield, Illinois.
I was listening to one of your games, and I was like, hey.
So, yeah, there's
a connection.
That's, yeah, Mark and Brandy, actually the parents of 2 college athletes, because, you know, Dylan was a college baseball player.
I'll have to give him all my insight from Springfield.
Yeah. I said, you know, I've spent exactly 1 night of my life in Springfield, Illinois.
Spent a lot of life.
Had just kind of stopped there on a longer trip. It wasn't bad.
Huh.
Jerry Kelly has worked it full 3-2. So Jerry's kid's not quite old enough for that yet, but they are proud Bolivar Liberators. Payoff pitch, and he walked him.
It's called that pitch quite a bit today there. But
yeah, I think Simons thought he was going to get it, and it wasn't a bad idea, just a little bit high for the liking of Brian Lozano. Well, here is Broadstreet, his 2 RBI base hit in the 6th was what started the party.
Yeah, I think he's got himself up in contention to visit with him, maybe.
I'm thinking about it.
That was kind of the first thing that kind of broke the ice, wasn't it?
The rally starter, if you will. That is lifted way back into right center. Back goes Brand, and with a favorable wind, hauls that in for the 3rd out. So we have made it through the stretch inning. Still 7-0 Metropolitans out in front of the Ozark Mountain Ducks.
I'm Cole Carpenter with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Back with you live at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. Business picking up for the Springfield Metropolitans as Clay Murphy has called his own number. Coming on in the 8th, Clay Murphy ready to throw. He has demonstrated that he is mortal here in 2024. 4 earned runs in 12 1/3 innings of work. He's allowed 12 hits, struck out 9, and has a 2.92 ERA. Actually took a loss, so an 0-1 win-loss record for Murph. August 11th at the hands of the Republic Locos. Last outing was September 8th against the Mavericks. 3 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. Going to try to go for the good old, well, not a save situation here at this point, but going to try to go for 2 innings of work and get the Metropolitans home with a win. But a little bit of baseball to be played between now and then. Back to the top of the order go the Mountain Ducks. It is Thomas Brand. He'll be followed by Logan Rycraft and David Edwards. So Brand into the left-handed batter's box. Fastball swung on and woo.
Oh.
I think that got out of here into the, they've got a cage under construction over there down that left field line by the Marucci clubhouse.
Yeah,
it's going to be something when it's done, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
0-1.
Inside.
Way in. One pitch. Slider ejects from Haselhorst's mid, but yeah, it was outside. Had a late break to it, but not enough break to catch the strike zone. Two-one.
Strike 2.
Oh yeah.
A little bit late on that one.
That was a 3-time MVP pitch right there. So we're back even 2-2. Ran one. How did that not hit him?
I thought it did.
I thought that hit him, and I thought Thomas just stood there in a state of shock. So somehow he is unscathed.
By that much.
Back in for a 3-2.
Base hit up the middle.
Up the middle it goes into center field. Thomas Brand out of the frying pan and onto first base. So he is on for Rycraft. Logan 0 for 3 today, struck out last time. So now 4 for 18. Trying to get the on-base percentage back in the right direction.
There's that call. It's been there most of the day.
That outer half. So Rycraft had a 351 OBP in 3 seasons at Northwest Missouri State. Murphy showed him a slider there for a called strike.
Northwest.
The Bearcats of the MIAA. That's what they don't tell you.
It's cold up there?
In the recruiting brochure, yeah. It's like, do you like baseball? How good are you when it's February and the wind is blowing in at 30 miles per hour? 0-2, he checked it. No, he didn't. Down on strikes goes Rycraft.
They were about 30 miles above me in St. Joe, and St. Joe was extremely cold as well.
Yeah. Well, you know, there are hills up in that part of the world. But
there is.
Not a lot of forest land. You know, they grow a lot of corn and a lot of soybeans, so not a lot of wind stopping to be done. It's windy in Maryville. So David Edwards stands, well, David Edwards watches a check throw go over to first.
Leave him alone, Clay, 7-0.
No, you know, when you only get to play 1 day a week.
Yep, you gotta have.
Everything matters.
Nice pitch.
Yeah, David Edwards swung over the top of a slider. Stepping out to adjust the gloves as Murphy stepped off the row. We got all kinds of stepping going on. 0-1 coming up here. Edwards sends this one right side. Dreyer to Broad Street, and then it does not end up in the glove of Zach Young, so they get 1. It's a 4-6 fielder's choice in the books.
Good throw. They could have had him, couldn't they?
And an E6.
Check that one.
So he's on for Tyler Jones. 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Mountain Ducks starting to run very low on opportunities here. Jones facing another former teammate from that 2021 Mavericks, Clay Murphy.
A little bit late.
Clay has diversified his approach a little bit as his career has gone on. We're seeing fewer sliders, a few more fastballs, a few more changes.
Nice pitch there.
That was.
It's going to be a tough
But
play.
Tyler Jones did a great job taking what was given.
Slapped it in the hole over there.
Infield single to the shortstop. Well, it doesn't matter what they look like at this juncture when you're down by 7 runs.
Not at all.
They just need to stack some hits. Ducks have 2 this inning. Mets have 2 outs. 2 runners on for Clay Odell.
Not too sure.
Sponsored by Sermons on the Mound.
There it is. Found it.
Slider for a strike. Another slider, a swinging strike that time, and it's quickly 0-2.
See it.
Misses high.
Now.
The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. And
ends the inning.
As soon as you can say slider, Clay Murphy found his way out of one. 2 Ks that inning, and so the score remains 7-0. Springfield Metropolitans lead the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Bottom of the 8th after this.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
So Henry's towing pitching change for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. They bring in the Hall of Famer, Skylar Henson. To date, the only player in the history of this league with 200 career strikeouts. Made that happen a week ago, and made a win happen against the Nixa Suckers. So far in 2024, Skylar Henson has allowed 3 earned runs in 13 innings of work. 13 hits, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 3 hit batsmen. So he's usually good to plunk somebody about every outing. A 2.08 ERA for Henson. That is down from a career ERA of 2.75 spread across 225 and 2/3 innings. He's
pretty good, isn't it?
The league's all-time leader in that category as well. 202 strikeouts and counting for the Marionville Comets. And should note he and his wife Alex welcomed baby Jasper into the world this past off season, so they became parents for the first time. So Skylar is a banker, his wife's an attorney, and together they now have the title of mom and dad.
This would be a good matchup here.
Yes, indeed. Harrison Waters will be the first Met to get a look at Henson. It's 3-4-5 batters this inning. Waters trying to jump on him early. Well, these guys played together. That would have been 2020, I believe, with the Mountain Ducks. 0-1 swung on, lifted in the air to center field. Colton Simons having to range back.
There you go.
But yeah, planted that back foot and hauled that out of the air.
Good play.
So here's Zach Young. 0 for 1 today with 2 walks. He's got to be hungry to hit at this point. He's worked full counts a couple of times.
Seen a few.
Takes quality at bats. It's very seldom does Zach Young go up there and just look like he was not ready. He's ahead here 1-0. Slider checked it in a called strikeout. Yeah. Outer half, I should say, not a strikeout. 1-1. That's fouled. So now it's 1-2.
Skylar can make you feel uncomfortable from the right side when he drops down like that. And when he occasionally hits a guy in front of you, it gets you thinking a little bit.
Great comparison from Harrison Broadstreet a week ago on color analysis. He said he looks like the inflatable tube guy out in front of the used car lot trying to beckon you in there to come take a look at what they got.
Got a lot of slinging going on. That's true.
Just a lot of limbs, and you got to find the baseball in there somewhere.
That's going to get down.
I say Zach Young just found the baseball, a gapper into left center field for a base hit.
Nice at bat.
Worked the count, saw some pitches, got one to drive, and did it. So he is on for Cole Haselhorst, who hit an RBI triple last time up. So Cole getting a few things going. He's got 3 RBIs this season. Now 2 for 12 for the campaign. Looked at a strike on the outer half. Yeah, it's right there.
Mm-hmm. Got his team off to a good start today. Some quality innings.
Oh, goodness. Tied him up. Haselhorst not liking that.
You really won't like it if he goes outer half again.
No kidding. Nothing in 2. Hinson gets the sign from Hunter Knapp. Comes home with a slider out of the zone, I guess. Must have been high.
Apparently.
Hinson from the chest. Haselhorst drives that one in the air center field, but yeah, Simons says, I got it, and made the grab.
2 down.
That's 2 putouts for him this inning, and the batter is now Blem. So yeah, the father of a couple of college athletes. Daughter Taylor at Lincoln Land playing basketball. His son Dylan started off his college baseball career at Evangel, but is finishing out at Mission in Springfield, the former Baptist Bible College.
That's got to be a strike there, and it was.
Dylan may end up being a GRBLer one day. I know that's Mark's goal, as he just hammered one, but it's foul.
There's a bunch of kids down there.
A loud strike. Well, yeah, so we've got a soccer exhibition scheduled to take place on the field between games, actually.
We do?
We do. We're not on the call for that one, so don't get too excited there, Steve.
Dang. Football. Blam's got no! Across the diamond.
Yep, Thomas Brand has come in to play third base with Hinson on the mound, and he gets the job done for the 5-3.
Well, can the Ducks have the rally of a lifetime?
They're going to need it. Down 7-0, headed to the 9th. Ozark Mountain Ducks with one last chance. We'll bring it to you in a sec.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters: you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it.
And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out.
Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original.
With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Ozark Mountain Ducks are going to try to rally against their foes, the Springfield Metropolitans, but Clay Murphy looking to keep the Bagels on the scoreboard. 7-0 is the advantage for the Mets. And they're going to try to go home with their second consecutive victory. That would drop the Mountain Ducks to 2-3. It would improve the Mets to 2-3.
Everybody's heading back to 500.
Well, things usually have ways of working themselves out, has been my experience here in this league.
That's true.
Colton Simons bats for Ozark. It'll be Simons, Gallion, and Hinson.
Nice pitch.
Called strike. Fastball swung on and missed.
Yep, you go hop back in, doesn't get off the mound, get it and throw it.
Murphy not wasting a lot of time. There's a breaking pitch for a looking strikeout. 3 strikeouts for Clay Murphy today.
What's his career strikeouts?
He's in the 170s. That's what I was just actually getting ready to look at. You read my mind.
The same thing, didn't I? I said he's got to be getting up there.
Read my mind beautifully.
He's got a few less innings.
He does.
He's getting league year 3 or 4, maybe later than that.
So this is his 5th, believe it or not. Let me tell you as officially as I can.
Toss it over.
So he is at 175. Believe that rates him 3rd all time. So Andy Galley is in the middle there. He's in the high 180s. Of course, Andy, we believe, I mean, hasn't flat out said it, but he's not out here. So he is, for all intent and purposes, retired. Never say never, but
may resurface.
Say if he finds out he's pretty close to 200 strikeouts, that may get him off the couch. So Skylar Henson stands
Give
in.
him a couple innings in.
Seven to nothing ball game. All came in the 6th. You take that one away, you got a defensive barn burner, but it's not over yet. Skylar Henson hits
3.
one into the corner.
Skylar's going to burn for no, he's going to pull up.
He's
pulling.
thought about it. Yes, he does pull up, and then
Oh, here comes ball down the line.
and the ball goes
There
away.
we go.
Mets are kicking it around some. He's going to take 3rd base. So Henson says it's not over yet.
No love for the Ducks. Now they pulled ahead in hits. 7-6, have less errors, and are down by.
Gosh, that's
7.
just. They've got another man into scoring position. They have stranded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those today.
Third world country.
It's that kind of day. So Haselhorst out chatting with Murphy as Kyle Carpenter is re-entering. Carpenter 0 for 2, but a potent hitter historically. Two for 8 on the season. Chatting briefly with his friend Cole Haselhorst, steps into that left-handed batter's box. He might try to bloop one the other way, and they're giving him a pretty fair bit of left field to work with. I'd be thinking about that if I were him.
Take that Tyler Jones approach over there. Oh, nope, laid off of that.
Counts even 1-1. Yeah, fielders playing him to pull. Infield pretty well straight away. Yeah, he does slap it and
lost his bat.
Yeah,
broke his bat.
Well, didn't lose the whole bat. He still had a handle.
There you go.
He's gonna get a fresh stick.
Bryant's looking lower.
Yeah, somebody's getting a souvenir. So ball and 2 strikes. Metropolitans a strike away from back-to-back wins. Clay Murphy sets up and deals a slider. Carpenter slapped that one foul. He's a tough out, Kyle Carpenter. Showing you why.
Trying to get it around the board, at least don't get shut out, maybe, huh? Small victories.
Long time on the exchange from Haselhorst to Murphy. Sets up from the chin, fires home. Carpenter chops this one back up the middle. Broadstreet with it. Throw across in time, and that is the ball game. The Springfield Metropolitans score a touchdown in the 6th inning, and they win this thing 7-0. A 6th inning explosion that included RBIs from Harrison Broadstreet, Harrison Waters, Zach Young, and Ben Van Gorp. Got 3 shutout innings from Cole Haselhorst, 4 shutout innings from Ben Van Gorp. And BVG will be logged as the winning pitcher today, by the way.
Got some options here, don't you?
A couple of shutout innings for Clay Murphy. Well, let's see. Do we cop out? What do we make some guys share player of the game? Is that what I'm about to do here?
Well, I think so.
I think that's what I'm about to do. Let's go.
You do you.
Yeah, we'll do 2 players of the game for this one. Our Elite Promotions, Elite Performers of the game. Harrison Broadstreet for driving in the game-winning run. Ben Van Gorp, the winning pitcher, for his 4 shutout innings. So BVG and Broadstreet, and those guys love each other, so they'll love to share that. Your Elite Promotions, Elite Performers of the game. Harrison Broadstreet and Ben Van Gorp. We will talk it over with some of the Mets coming up here in a little bit. And, yeah, we got some soccer taking place on the field, so that'll be the visual the fans at home are treated to. But, yeah, FC Horizon Springfield, they've brought some of their players. They're going to play a quick little exhibition scrimmage out on the turf, and then coming up at 3, we're going to bring you the Republic Locos and the Moon City Mavericks. Michael Barnes will be the starting pitcher for Moon City against John Bortz for the Republic Locos. So
thanks for letting me sit in with you.
Absolutely, Steve. Thank you so much for doing so. Always good to get to see you, and I wanted to make sure we got a game in together before
there you go. Appreciate it. Thank you.
The season got too old on us. So that's Steve Lale. I will be back with you in a few moments to talk things over with some of the guys from the Mets. Until then, enjoy a little message from our friends at Henry's Towing. They remind you when you're in a jam on the side of the road, you got to make the right call. You got to let Henry do it.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmell with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, where the Springfield Metropolitans are winners today, 7-0. They defeat the Ozark Mountain Ducks, fueled by a big-time 7-run sixth inning. The big one struck at the right time for the Springfield Mets. Pleased to be joined by one of our elite promotions, elite performers of the game, Harrison Broadstreet, and it was you, Street, who got the party started in the sixth with a big 2 RBI single that made it 2-0, and that would go on to stand up as the game-winning runs. So
yeah, that
not
was
not a bad plate appearance for you.
Yeah, it feels good. I think it's like my second or third hit of the year, so it's nice to get a little breakout, especially against Tyler Jones and the Ducks. It's always fun to have a little on-field competition between friends,
Well, normally I don't walk it back to talk about, routine fly balls, but you did fly out to Tyler Jones in the first inning. Can you tell me, what was was there an exchange of words that occurred at that point in the game?
Yeah, after the inning, I was a little frustrated when I hit it, because Tyler's solid in right field. I know if I hit something to him in right field, he's probably going to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Left field is where you want to attack him. I think he's had all of his errors in left field this year. And so I made sure to let him know that when I hit that ball out there. But it felt nice. It was for me, hitting something the other way is not something I do often. So if I can do that, I'm feeling pretty good about my swing.
So what was that like just for you guys, mentally, psychologically, as we saw the duel between, it was Kyle Carpenter versus Cole Haselhorst pretty early on, and then BVG came on, and you guys, continued dueling. Finally, Carpenter hit the limit and had to come out of the game. So. That had to have been just a huge emotional breakthrough to finally scratch a run across.
Yeah, and for me, I'm a little different than a lot of the guys here because there's not really a serious situation to me, I guess I should say. Because I'm always kind of joking around. I'm always having fun. So I think for me, it's a sigh of relief because now I can just focus on saying silly things. I don't even have to worry about backing up.
That's how it goes in the dugout.
So Ben Van Gorp knows a thing or two about saying silly things once in a while, but BVG, you did some serious pitching today. 4 shutout innings. Ended up having to strand some guys in scoring position there in the 7th. But you got it done. How did the arm feel today?
I just felt good to feel like I'm being myself. So I know it's like the previous outings, it hasn't gone how I wanted to, and so it feels good to just come out and be out here with the guys and perform like I know I can.
Say, just team-wise, I know 0-3 is not how you guys wanted to start the season whatsoever. So how does it feel now? I can say you guys have won 2 in a row.
Yeah, almost on a winning streak. So just hope to keep that going, man. I think the break really helped us out just to kind of be with our families and just kind of relax and take it easy. And so now that we're back, we're like, okay, let's get it together and let's get a groove going. So yeah, hopefully we can win next week too.
You are a pitcher who's done a little bit of everything in this league. So how did it feel today to be the guy in the middle of the sandwich in between Cole Haselhorst and Clay Murphy?
It just kind of works out best for our team, honestly. So I was feeling good, and Clay was asking me, he's obviously Clay's got the statistics and all the things you can achieve in this league, 3-time MVP, all the things. So I appreciate him asking me. He could have brought himself in, but he asked me, and said I wanted it. And so I told him, I was like, if we score some runs, let me go back out and hold it for us. And then we put up a 7 spot. So that's what led me to go out there and finish it out.
Then you got it done with the bat as well in that big 6th inning.
It's been frustrating.
Got a 2 RBI double there, though.
Yeah. That was I needed that. Yeah, it's good to come through for the teammates and get some ribbies. Good for my confidence. So, like I said, man, like just on the mound, I know I can do it on the mound and at the plate. So, just want to be clutch and be there for my guys.
But you're not the only Mets player in that. I would actually put both of you in that boat with a couple of your teammates. It's guys who maybe started off a little bit cold at the plate, as that 0-3 built. But it's all guys also who I will say have been around long enough and are probably too good to go for the whole way.
Yeah, so I mean, the guys are hitting balls hard, and that's baseball. Sometimes the little squeakers are gonna get through, and then hit a hard line drive 95 miles an hour off the bat to somebody. So I know Waters has been making really good contact, so he'll start finding green out there.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys putting the bat on the ball. We got a lot of hard hit balls today. So we're getting a squeaky clean start. We're showering runs all over the place right now, so we're just hoping to keep it going.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, who do we play next week? Who we got?
You got the Moon
cares?
City Mavericks, 6
Mavs.
o'clock. I was about to lead into that. You got the baseball night in the Ozarks game, second leg of the Queen City rivalry there. So it'll be Mets Mavs on Sunday night.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
I hate
we'll
England,
get 'em back.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tea Party Part 2.
Yeah, we'll have to go tell them
It's your former manager, your good friend
We'll have
Daniel
to make sure
England.
it's unsweet, though.
Yeah,
we don't want to pour us sweet.
This one's for America.
Yeah.
What is I'm not catching what's.
We beat England once.
England.
We're gonna beat
Dan
England again.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know his roots
This
go
history
back.
degree might be from a Christian college, but it's still I still got a little bit of knowledge.
I can't believe I missed the cheapness of the joke there. That's good.
Yeah.
So
I'm used to him in the dugout, so.
I'm bringing him up here too, baby.
Yes.
He has been bringing it, but yeah, every once in a while I get whooshed. So.
I've been listening. I'm chiming in. It's good stuff.
No, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
I wish more players would chime in the chat as you are wont to
No,
do.
yeah. I know. Sometimes I try and start stuff, but most of the time I'm just trying to throw some lighthearted fun out there. That's what we do.
I can't read and talk, so
that doesn't help. Yeah.
That is the problem. So guys, we'll let you go. Continue with whatever it is you're doing for the rest of your Sunday. But,
Appreciate your Rance.
Thanks for
thank you,
stopping
sir.
by. Harrison Broad Street, Ben Van Gorp, our elite promotions, elite performers of the game, as the Springfield Metropolitans win 7-0 shutouts. Pretty rare in the GRBL, so that most certainly a nice feather in the cap. They have won 2 in a row now to improve to 2-3. With the loss, the Ozark Mountain Ducks fall to 2-3, remain third in the GRBL South Division. So we mentioned it, the Metropolitans will be back in action next Sunday at 6 p.m. against Moon City. For you Mountain Ducks fans who are still hanging around, your club will be in action at 3 p.m. Sunday, September the 22nd, right here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, taking on the Branson Showmen. That's going to do it for us. So for our director, Derek Saiko, for my partner, Steve Lale, and for our associate director, Jacob House, my name is Rance Berger, wishing you a pleasant good afternoon from Ozark, Missouri.